orientation tomorrow.
Ooh, sounds extreme. What is it? What's it fall into?
It's I do online insurance processing.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that, and then you were trying to move up, right?
Yeah. So I got the
Right. So you're
supervisor thing.
set.
So I got to go through all kinds of supervisor stuff tomorrow.
That's awesome.
It's fun. Wish my nerves would settle out, but hell, that'll happen eventually.
Yeah, overtime. What is up, John? Give me 1 second.
There we go. How's everyone doing?
What's up? I'm pretty good. Yourself?
Doing all right. I mean, I guess got out of traffic. 2.5 hours to go. I don't know, 4 miles.
That sounds horrible. You must live in like California or some shit.
Hawaii.
Oh, I would never imagine that traffic would be bad in Hawaii for some reason.
Well, you'd be right everywhere but the island with the city. Everywhere
Okay.
else, meh. And it's only during rush hour, and something happened today. I don't know what, but it was terrible.
Pick up that subreddit.
Yeah, well, it was something. All right, let's see here. This one.
Well, that sucks, but at least you made it home.
Yeah. Now I just want to go to sleep, though. I'm like, yeah. And when the traffic's that slow, people do the stupidest shit driving.
You know, they become stuntmen, you know?
It's like someone will go onto the median for a left turn, going around the person trying to make a left turn, and then it's like, what are you doing? Like, this is stupid.
You know, it's a way of life in the world. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Truly.
I don't know about that.
Man, where is everyone? Like, wanted to be late to class, literally. Do you guys have thoughts in mind on like the first action you're gonna take?
Um,
I don't know what the hell that was. That was kind of like a move between the two of you. It was like a rehearsed of mine though, because it seemed to
Well,
make some
we're on
sense.
the outside team, so we got these guys captured. We got these guys locked down. Man, it's the inside team's turn. Good luck, guys.
I think I'm just gonna keep giving Shadow Dude shit for having to save him after he rushed in recklessly and almost killed himself and all that kind of shit. So I think I'll just continue giving him shit.
Nice.
If I'm correct, all these other guys are like we captured them though, right? Like there's not active combat going on.
Oh, are you kidding? You guys are all about to get like nuked. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, you guys captured 3 of these dudes on the
Okay.
inside. They captured 1 on the outside, and there is something happening. There's a little action going on the inside still in the sense of activity, but we'll get to that in a second. How you doing, Evan?
Doing all right. How about you?
Not too shabby. Oh man, I haven't had a Chardonnay in like forever. Woo!
Yeah, that's how I feel about vodka just now. Just been a little while since I drank.
I wish I could say the same, but we have our muse. Why is it? Oh, it's Seg. What up, Seg? Testing, 1 2, testing 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, mic test. Doing all right.
Nice. He is present and available, folks. We got him. Yes. All right, pop quiz. Whoever can guess this, if anyone could, I'd be very impressed. Gets a D20 inspiration die. What does, in the world of Strixhaven, that doesn't exist anywhere but here, ECR stand for?
Employee
ECR?
credit.
That's how we're going to start our session. Well, that particular name will be brought up, or term, or acronym, however you wish to go about it. ECR.
ECR education.
Evaluation, citation, research.
And we got Schoolhouse rocking the bitch over here. Hello.
Extracurricular rules.
You know, extracurricular is in another acronym that will come up today, but not that one.
Damn.
Well, I'm not sure where our Nivea is. He's been flying a little late lately, but I heard from him like within an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So we'll see if he finds some stuff awakened here. Is everyone else prepared? Who isn't logged in to see the screen? That is Seg.
Yeah, Seg.
Wait, what?
You,
Sorry, I was trying to get Foundry running.
Oh, you're logging in. You got it. So we'll begin with the inside squad since we have them currently hot and active. It's only 2 of you guys inside, right? The rest of
Yeah, I
them
think
are
it's
all
just me
outside?
and Shio,
Yeah, perfect. Well then,
and then like all the teachers.
yeah, literally all the teachers. Is what's her name still KO'd? I don't remember if she woke up.
Who?
The Dina order.
Oh, she woke up because it
She
was
woke
just
up.
blood
She's
boil.
conscious. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it was just the one round. Perfect. All right.
And
So-
me and Shio saved.
Right. That'll be scratched from the record, but totally happened. So as you guys bust through and barge in, and you see what looks to be one of the leaders, the blood mages in which you were warned of, disappear, while actively knocking out his allies, seemingly siphoning their strengths. Ambrose quickly informs you that things will be fine. To constrain all of them, Shio, you do so with your blade in hand. As you look across, you saw a mastiff, a type of hound, that looked at you in quite the angrily type of manner. You called out an alert, and you immediately saw dissipated ash. As that ash began to settle, you saw a new type of radio-like vibration occurring, creating some kind of magical symbol upon the floor. I believe you had made a check, and I had informed you that it is quite an older form of magic. It, per my notes, won't blow up, and it is currently in an active state. Corinne and Shio, real quick. You hear Lizette go, everyone, get close real quick. We can all use a perk meetup.
Oh, okay. I was about to run over to Shio. Or I'll move right here so he can get closer.
I'm worried about that glowing ancient rune over there by the telescope.
Don't worry about it too much. We will decipher what's in this room. Just don't touch anything. It would seem as if they had... And she looks toward what looks to be a cage.
We may need to be wary about the telescope, because I heard from a note we found that you're supposed to give it a whirl when you get here, and I don't know if that word plays into the enemy's hands.
I have no idea what it is you're referring to in regards to the telescope, but maybe perhaps we can get over there first. We have a door here, and as you discussed, this symbol. We'll say that you guys bundled these dudes up and stuck them in.
Go, Cage.
I'm just gonna box it. That'll hold them. Dean, go check on the others outside. And you see the Dean. Oh, you hear someone dismiss themselves, assumably none other than Augustus. The Dean order. Shio and Corinne, what do you do?
Could I try to make it now that I can see the rune? I guess this is the rune they're talking about. Now that I see the rune, can I try to make an
Oh no,
Arcana
that's
check?
just like a cool feature in the room that just does things. I mean, that's normal in almost every house. But you can absolutely check it out and look at its master craftsmanship. Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
You'll give me a investigation. Oh, nice dice. You do that yourself.
Yeah, I did the sliders.
Very cool. All right. Shio is distracted by Corinne as you approach ever so nonchalantly toward it. As you take a look, peek over. Uh-huh. Yep. You don't know what all the rest of these crazy symbols are, but this little wiggle waggle right here that goes right through, that is absolutely an ancient form of dispel.
I think my uncle, you could say, told me about this this part of the rune right here. Looks like it dispels something.
Didn't that dragon dad teach you?
Well, my dragon dad and my Jin, who I affectionately call Uncle,
Oh,
Erroldoth is his name. I don't believe I've actually really told you much about him, but he's pretty cool.
I bet. Can't they grant wishes?
Yeah, he warned me about seeking out wishes for ill-gotten gains. There tends to be a some mishaps that go on that you might not wish.
Yeah, none of the stories end well with wishes and whatnot. You wish for your son to come home, and congratulations, he's dead. You wish for your
He's
wife to
home
be
in a
prettier, and her
box.
face falls off.
Well, I hope those aren't personal experiences, my friend. But
Nah. My family doesn't like wish magic. They kept all their
that's
magic
wise.
really secret.
Yeah, I think I've kind of caught on to that a little bit myself.
Yeah. Secrets that they won't tell anyone, even their own kid.
Hey, sometimes they're the most dangerous kind. Sometimes if you learn a secret, you die.
Students.
Hmm?
I
Oh, you
believe
want to do
were trying
something
to
helpful now?
inform us of this insignia. You believe it to do some kind of dispel? If you guys need therapy, we can take you there later.
Well, just the branching, intersecting part at the top does. Not really sure what else.
Maybe it's supposed to connect with other runes in the other campuses to try to break down the revocation charm on the school.
Lizette chimes in. I don't think something like this would be able to affect the entire campus, even if there were multiple runes. They'd need some way of... She looks up toward the telescope.
Amplifying it?
Connecting. Amplifying, yes, but this would allow it to target something specific, not the entire campus, and it's not even pointing toward the school grounds. And she looks off toward the proper direction.
Can I look through the telescope to see where it's looking
You
at?
cross over the glyph. Shio disappears. He gets dispelled from the world.
Ah, darn.
Nothing happens. As he walks through, it almost ripples around him as if not in the same, I don't know, plane, so to speak, but yet visible. As you stare at this massive telescope, it's about I'd say probably about 2 bookshelves, so what is that, like 30, 40 feet high, and it is technically accessible from out yonder, which you can see from a window that is technically under the telescope. You can see that there is a ladder going up toward the device, and give me a perception check as you look out the window. You see the exact same, pointing in the opposite direction, but across the entirety of the outside, like as if it was a gator skin wrapped around this telescope.
Professors, I think that rune is on the telescope outside as well, but it's pointing in a different direction.
And it clearly must be projecting to something. What are they dispelling?
We'll have to
take a look.
Yeah.
We try to stop it before it progresses any further and then look and see what's going on?
Oh,
well,
shoot. Stuck in
this
the wall.
kind of magic is usually linked to the source, and a telescope is outside, so we'd have to go out there. I believe I saw a door here.
Corinne, can you keep me updated on what's going on with the professors? I have something I need to check out in here.
There is a lock. Someone find the key. Corinne, go ahead and give me an investigation check, Shio, as you're doing that.
I'm stuck again.
Zeg, you see the Dean of Order approaching. What are you all doing out here, and why are you all so far away from the site? What's so important going on?
Where is she at? I want to make sure I'm close enough.
You hear her, but she's like outside the
Okay.
yeah, right outside the gate.
I don't know. We were following one of those cultists inside here.
Say, could you tie this guy up?
But it's tight. What's move? She like blows past you. What's on? Explain.
Oh,
He's like
yeah.
sprawled out
So,
like a snow angel right now across the floor.
I was going to shoot him in the back, but then he surrendered like a smart person. So now we got to tie him up.
She looks toward Anivia. Anivia, what are you doing in this current moment?
I'm outside. Sorry, I'm not even logged in yet. Sorry.
You're good. He is literally standing outside on screen. Anivia stands there. Hoot. Anyways. And who has rope? I assume one of you are prepared to tie this individual up?
Yeah, I got some rope. I also have the hold person skill.
I don't really care how you do it. Just get it done. How do you wish to go about it? Do you use your rope or do you cast hold person on it?
I mean, if he's already incapacitated, I may as well just use my rope.
He is conscious and he is willingly right now laid out like an angel.
Well, then yeah, we'll use rope, and then if it comes to it, I can cast hold person.
You got it easy enough. You tie him up. He seems willing. He's just like, please. No one said any students would be involved, and no offense. He looks toward the dean. They're not that innocent themselves. She just gives him a glare. She doesn't respond or show any kind of emotion or twitches.
Should we go in and help the others? I'm sure they're in trouble. The gorillas aren't there anymore.
I mean,
No,
yeah, may as
the
well go
others are
check on them.
fine. They have, how can we say, acquired more of these Walkery powers. She kind of says it with disgust as she looks at him with kind of big, heavy, burdened distaste.
Oh, then maybe we should warn them about that rune. They were talking about a rune and it being dangerous or something. I don't know.
Where would this rune be?
From the Magister guy? I look around and see if I can see him. Well, he was saying something about the room, just abandoning it. And I'm guessing it's inside there. That's where he ran from.
She kind of goes past Anivia, pops inside. That's it.
All right, we'll stay out here. Hopefully.
Yeah, she just kind of pops in and she is going to give a look-see. Man, she walks in, she walks out. Students, bring him and come with me. And she just starts heading back toward where she came. Seg is. How do you perform your actions?
I guess I sit here and keep an eye out on the guy that's on the ground.
Well, she said bring him.
Oh, well, I can't pick him up. Sig, can you?
I could
He's
probably drag
conscious.
him in
I mean, I can walk.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
wouldn't you
understand
rather
that.
be
Oh,
preparing?
yeah. I
You
forget
guys
that
are
they
the
usually.
worst.
I
Children.
forget that they usually can't walk when we're done with them.
Oh, this is true. I'm not used to having to wear captives.
Only fortunate. He just kind of, he doesn't like feel like, it's not like he's trying to come off hostile, but it's just a part of him. Though he does look at you guys like a bunch of imbeciles right now because your captivity skills are questionable at most.
This is all right. It's all right. It's our first time taking people alive, I guess.
I know,
Wow.
it's so much easier when they're dead or unconscious.
Let's
Yeah, you
follow
don't
the
have to tie 'em
teacher.
up.
How about that? He just kind of rushes you guys along. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I guess we follow the captive.
Dun, dun, dun. And if is there any dialogue you wish to throw in as you guys walk with the
No, I'm good.
captive?
I always assume Anivia is invisible unless he says something.
He stands in the shadows, hoot, hoot, as he takes notes. Right. Right. As you guys have yonder, let me just bring you guys up. Yeah, let you guys get real close. Quick, one sec. What time his foundry works, he's trying to like move as much as he can. You guys make it into the building. Doo-doo-doo-doo. As you walk in, you see Lisette and Ambrose discussing new methods of approach. Shio, what is it you were looking for?
I wanted to look down the grate because Kel's journal entry said there was something in a grate that he was interested in.
You realize this is just a very large hold, like a kind of like a breathable crate.
Oh, that's a
not
crate. Oh, so I'll have to
Yep.
go to the other one then.
All right, so you head to the other grate, and as you look down, you feel like a little bit of cold air blow up.
Is it
It's very dark.
unlockable?
It seems to be built in. It does not seem, as you look around, it does not seem to have any kind of switches or snaps. It literally looks like it was built directly, and this has never been opened in any sort of form from your clear understanding.
If I make too much noise, the professors will come. Let's see. Is there a spell that I have? I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant and tell it that if anything is down there, I want it to bring it up to me. I think it can go 60 feet away from me.
It gets out to about 50 feet. Comes back. It reports nothing but a very long tunnel that goes further yet.
Okay.
Corinne, as you look around, you find 3 different keys. You present them to the Zet and Ambrose, and you manage to unlock 1, 2, and you have a third.
What was the last thing you said? I'm sorry.
Oh, you have a third key still remaining.
Oh, okay.
They swiftly head out the 2 locked doors, and they stare up with the Dino order. If the rest of you guys wish to join, you may.
I figured I'd probably follow them out. I feel like they'll kill themselves without my supervision.
They all look up. Well, Ambrose goes on. This is a particular use of a device. What does that continues? Well, if not innovative in the way it's thinking. Now let's take a look-see. Kind of uses her vines to take herself all the way up to the seat. Oh no. Just lets out like a ill-fated concern. The players, what do you guys do as you see the professors taking their investigation skills to the task and seemingly coming to some resolution without sharing?
Am
Can
I there?
Yeah, you guys are totally welcome. There's a hallway, you guys can walk, or an alleyway, you guys can walk right down.
Can I check to see if I understand what the hell I'm looking at? Like the rune and all that?
Yeah, give me a... You know what, let me just look at your character sheet.
I do have Arcana.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana advantage.
Let's see if all that studying pays off. Not bad.
You also immediately identify that it has the dispel function, a part of it, but it is not necessarily a direct dispel. You understand it to be a relay of sorts.
Dispel on a
The
telescope
more
used to
it
look at.
reflects, the stronger its long-term impact is. That would make sense. The late game of a spell would be more powerful, I guess, would be how you would understand it.
I'm thinking that they're trying to dispel something remote. I mean, they attach it to a telescope, right? I look over at everyone else.
Yeah, that's what we figured. But what's it pointing at, Professor?
Well, that's a concern. Because it is a very, very remote location. Is extra credit on your next history exam. Honor of me, Dean. She looks toward the Dean of Order, who kind of takes a little head nod of acknowledgement. Well, I am looking at the Whitestone ruins. All of you who wish to, give me a intelligence check. If you know.
Oh boy.
Rest of you guys, okay, we got another roller. Okay. All of you guys may roll if you wish to. No one is excluded from being out here unless you choose not to be out there. Going once, going twice. So, to the three who rolled is Corinne. Both of you have an understanding that the only thing of significance there is an ancient book. You don't know much of the lore or any other reasons, but it's passed over both of you guys at some point in time, and there's a book there. No one goes there. Very hard to get in. There's a book. Shio,
For
you
that
know
crazy book. You ever heard of that? Is
Yeah.
that weird magical thing? I think my father told me about it one time.
I read about it last week in a book.
Yeah,
Hey.
you students seem to be quite understanding.
What
You may
kind
continue.
of book?
It's just acknowledging you guys.
A magic one. It's kind of like the one that had all the knowledge of the campus, and you read it, and it almost killed you.
Fun. But why would
Don't
they want to
read this.
dispel magic there?
Maybe whatever security, just keeping it safe from people trying to go into it. I mean, people know about the book, but no one's ever found the book.
How much you want to bet it's an ancient protective ward trying to keep us safe?
That is more accurate than not. The problem here is that none of us know what the ward has been protecting all this time. Yes, there is rumors of a book being inside. Yes, there is an understanding that a masterful wizard once practiced there. But no one has ever been able to prove it because no one's been able to ever remove the ward protecting the entrance. Looking through this telescope, I see one thing and one thing only.
The book?
It is open.
Oh. So should we go there now to prevent them from getting this book?
Ambrose bolsters into a laugh. Students. I'm sorry. I found that humorous. And recomposes himself.
But, I guess you're sending in the Dragon Guard, right? Because that's that elite military force that the school has.
Wait, there's soldiers?
Wow, really?
What?
Why are they here instead of this guy? Ambrose almost died. He just ran in, died, came back up, almost died again. I mean, you had a weak showing, man. Why didn't you bring the military in if you'll have them?
This was called a sting operation. if you
I
recall.
would want military for sting operation for sure.
That would have raised an immediate flag, as they are all profiled and known. Their faces non-disguisable. It is a curse, a burden in which each dragon god carries. They will forever be known until their service is no longer rendered.
So what you need is a secret dragon guard. I got you.
Like
We have
illusion
a
magic.
secret group, and they are called the Council.
Oh, and all of the deans are in it, right?
Would not say all.
Y'all are though.
I guess the Prismari are too chill to join secret societies. That makes sense.
Dean of Order just kind of rolls her eyes. I'm gonna go check on the others.
We'll break these teachers. You just wait.
We'll make them cry, just so you know.
There is no future.
And Olivia, what
We
are
are
the
the
two of you doing with 4 prisoners, one outside? Is your guard 6? One outside of the little rave cage with you 2, and the other 3 swaddled together. Only yours is conscious. What do the 2 of you do?
I'm just watching, making sure he doesn't do anything silly. And
It's like
so I
you
just
see a
slap him down.
steel owl just staring. No blinking. Not even a hoot. You imagine if this dude moves a muscle, and Nivea's chowing down. What do you do in this time of patience?
I don't know. I'm just gonna chill and keep an eye on them, especially the conscious one.
Cautious one looks around. Hey guys, are they alive over there? Or are they just keeping their bodies for some kind of satanic ritual?
Honestly, no idea. Let's go check.
You go check.
Aw, wimping out on me.
He looks back toward
I guess
As you
I'll like.
arrive, you see that they are 100% unconscious but alive. They're breathing. They've probably been snoozing there for a cool minute. You're not sure what happened. You're not sure, and they don't look like they took a beating at all. So they look actually kind of fresh. So whatever the fuck happened, it was very passive.
Well, that's weird. I could have sworn Shio and his infinite Eldritch Blast was in here. These guys look unhurt.
That's the dark forces for you. Sap our energy, keep with it, leave behind the burdened. Damn. Okay.
Damn, that's metal.
Yep. Why we follow is our own fool's errand.
All right, fair enough. I guess after that, I'll just like lean against the wall, keeping an eye on them, probably twirl my gun a bit.
Okay. The Dean of Order walks in. Well, it would seem as if the 2 of you are looking over our... It's almost as if like she's looking for the word, even though it's a real simple one. Captives? But if you 2 would not mind in joining your group, I will keep watch. Don't worry, I will stay in the doorway. You will know that I am safe. It's just there's something that needs to be discussed, and you are more affected than it by it. The 2 of you join your group.
All right, fair enough. You coming, Olivia?
Nope.
Do you stay there in silence?
Yep.
All right. It's like you keep going, or do you stay there? It's a real awkward moment as you stop and stare at Anivia, and Anivia does not break eyesight of the prisoner. Owls, man.
All right,
They ain't the same.
all right. Well, if they do stupid shit, fuck them up.
He's got
See
his
you later.
prey right in front of him.
You feel like a smack on your shoulder. Language.
I guess after that, I'll head out to join the others.
As you head out, you see the Dean of Order break the doorway. She approaches you, Anivia. Ignores the prisoner completely. Anivia, Are you doing well?
Always well.
I have come privy to a little bit of interesting knowledge. Would you care to hear more?
Anything from you would be great.
She puts out her hand, and you see like this big shawl, and it's like something underneath it is shuffling its way forward to the opening. Give me an insight check. I like your deep die. Those are really cool die. I just felt a whole bunch of fucking idiot right there. That was some real goth shit. And it was a 20. Well, that was anti-dramatic. Okay, so yeah, you absolutely know number 4 fucking teen that has been missing is right there. Boop. Pokes its head out, its little beady eyes, and its little fluffy round ears. You like this one the most because it's like a teddy bear. I don't know what you call it, but the nickname for the DM is Teddy. Number 14, Teddy. Presented in Augustus's arm. She goes, "It would seem as if you're harboring exotic creatures. Care to claim otherwise?"
I mean, I know she knows everything, so I'm not gonna lie.
Perhaps you should be wise not to be caught in exchange, as some students say, or benefit in another way by harboring. And she almost seems to like struggle yet again with another word. Abusing our poor creatures on the grounds of STRIXHAVEN. Thank you.
Abusing? I'm not abusing anything.
She like lets it pop over to your wing, and she walks off. That is no ordinary hamster. And she seems to go looking gander at what's on the other end of the room. Meanwhile, you guys outside do what? You guys are rallied out there, but are not given instruction. Seems as
So
if
they
the
said
professors are busy.
don't go. But was that code to say do go? Oh, they're very confusing.
Is quick, do your little dance. The hurry along dance.
The dance? What do you mean?
Cast haste on them. Make them go faster.
I don't know if I have enough spells for that.
Ah, darn. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait.
Students, you hear Lisette. Come here. I don't normally want to ask of such things, but since you all volunteered, would you be so curious as to go beneath there and let me know what you see? You see what looks to be a gashing opening below. There is no sense of noise or distilling features outside of just a long burrow tunnel. Very large, very large. What you're seeing is just like a fraction. The moment you break the bars and go underneath, your dark vision kicks in and you see just below probably... You don't fucking know, but it's dark.
I'm going to
How
try
far do you
to
wanna go?
stealth and move in.
Give me a stealth check.
The advantage of being small. Whew.
With silence is disappears.
Just think
What do the rest
Annabeth
of you all
thoughts.
do?
No one can see me.
Corinne Shioseg, you see your little lizard just vanish. And Ambrose just kind of murmurs to himself. Another one.
I guess I'll say, I guess it sucks that you can't go down there, Ambrose. I know you feel like you need to charge into every opening possible.
He turns into a mist cloud. And as he does, he hovers over.
Oh, look at that. He's charging in suicidally again. I'm gonna cast message to Iz to tell him that old Shadow Dude might be messing up his stealth operation.
Is you can respond to this message.
Well, then why not even come down here? I'm gonna
How far
sit.
do you want to go?
I'm gonna keep going until I get overtaken by this teacher.
Well, you can't see them because it's dark. Well. You see like a weird gaseous gray, just like a, really just like a chimney smoke chasing after you, and not necessarily a fast pace, but it'll catch up eventually.
That's fine. I'll keep going down until I
It is
find
very
something
silent
interesting.
also. You probably go about 200 feet, and there's a base. Wet, very moist. Do you touch the fluid? You don't
No.
you see it more so than, obviously you have yet to come in contact. We'll say you're like 30 feet above it as you see it with the original.
You never touch the fluid at the bottom of a pit. There's rules about this.
I mean, I don't know. Half your team did it at the other place, so figured it'd be your
What's
turn.
up? Can make a what is that? A perception. I'm gonna look around the room, particularly for anything hostile, threats, traps, that sort of deal.
Sure. Give me a perception check at disadvantage because it is really dark and you can only make out grays and they're very mute tone. Almost everything blends together if you don't focus hard.
That's fine. Can I take extra time to do it? I don't
Sure,
think there's
and I'll
any
flatten
hurry.
it out. Why not? I'll flatten it out.
I'll make everyone wait outside. I'll make them worry.
Outside, you guys hear Lizette murmur under her breath how she can still hand out detentions. Will the rest of you be more useful and find some kind of opening that might lead us even further below so we can join them? Instead of discussing unnecessary rudimentaries.
Oh yeah, there's one over this way.
Oh, all of a sudden, you have a plan. She mocks Corinne, but toward Shio, but looks at Corinne as she does it. Is that satisfactory? She kind of gives you a lot of sass.
I'm just along for the ride, Miss Professor. You're the ones that are supposed to be schooling us in how to handle these types of operations.
She doesn't say it aloud, but she looks at you with a stern look and she just mouths detention.
Oh well.
Hi, Nivea. Bye, Nivea.
Corinne, Seg, give me perception checks as you guys are following Shio like blind sheep that for some reason can't get through because one of you closed the door. You guys are just butting in the door like zombies.
They're probably clicking the door at the same time.
A perception check. I love how I told Seg, give me one, and he keeps moving. He's like, I'm trying to get through. I don't care. I'm not trying to look at anything. He's gone. Perception check opportunity missed. All right. Corinne, with your 14, your gut wavers if Shio is right, but you choose to follow him if you wish.
Well, given a second chance, what is this right here? Is this like a door? It's like a panel.
You find a very clear hatch that is not yet opened or investigated.
Okay. I will look towards the room and do my little messages to my teammates. Hopefully they're not 120 feet away. Tell my hey, I found a hatch.
Don't think any of them are.
Oh yeah, probably not.
Just kidding. Anivia is. And technically Seg. But Shio ironically isn't, which is really weird because he's almost as far as they are, but due to a diagonal trajectory.
Oh,
and
I will totally tell Miss Professor. Okay. Hey, Miss Professor, I found the opening that you missed over here.
I was never looking. If you recall, I was on the telescope.
I know, but you walked right past it. I felt I should point it out.
Kind of like stairs.
I sure hope my new friend Corinne doesn't.
You see half of the squad walk in, walk into the next room, then come back out. Like there's just some weird movement going on. Do you care to acknowledge any of them?
Nope. Still watching my prisoner.
Hi,
Got
Nivea. Bye, Nivea. Did y'all lock the door?
Seg, yet again, has faltered the team by locking the door before him. Love it. He closes the door intentionally. And now he walks through after opening it, kicking it with purpose, just like ugh. The Dean of Order comes around, looks toward Anivia. Something is wrong with you. Oh, I don't know. You're even a little weird. She kind of like just goes right outside.
I start twisting my head around.
You do a little 360 owl look. You get the four of you. The three with Lizette. There. That. Lizette goes, well, who's going to open it?
I say Seg. He's been having trouble with doors and needs the practice.
Lizette looks very confused at that statement and stares at Seg. Seg, do you take action?
I mean, I guess I'll try to open it.
Okay, give me a strength check. Or, well, let me be honest. How do you approach it? How would Seg go to open this?
I think I remember one of the professors saying that we shouldn't destroy the place, so I guess I would try to just lift it up first, like it's a door. I mean, are there any obvious locks on it?
No, there's no obvious locks on it, but an immediate, like, just kind of like gripping the handle. It's a pretty heavy door.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh, yeah.
It just kind of like brings really hard, like as you kind of yank it up and try to pull it all the way up, and son of a bitch, there has to be a chain or something underneath holding it down.
Oh, if we can open it just a little, I can send my unseen servant in to unlock it.
Or, hear me out, we could just blow the thing open.
Well, we don't know if there are monsters down there. We want to keep it sealable.
And an explosion would make a lot of noise. We don't want to jeopardize the whole is down there. If this leads down to the same place he is, we don't want to,
bury him
get
with
him
rubble.
caught, or just get him caught.
Fair play.
All right. So I'll help lift the door. Once it's open, I'll send the unseen servant in to try to unlock it. And I think that'll work.
And then when I see Seg go again, I'll give him guidance.
All right. You provide guidance. So you guys as the team easily enough execute this operation. The unseen servant informs you that the weight of the item is beyond its capabilities.
Ah, darn. Do you think you could try to message Iz? Hopefully he's still nearby, and tell him that we found a door down, but it needs to be unlocked from the other side.
If he's gone past that opening, I can't really go through too much stone. I think he's probably far under this stone at this point. I'll stand up next to the thing and try to do a message and tell him, "Hey, can you read me?"
Oh, like you go back and you peer down?
Yeah, like because I know I can't get, like, it's 120, but it can't be through like a foot of stone or something.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I couldn't do it through all this like ground.
Yeah, you go and you ping, bing, 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 bing. Meanwhile, Anivia, you see your prisoner ever so subtly unwinding themselves. Sneaky, crafty, very patient. But you are faster. How do you subtly in return prevent this from happening?
Got my claw into him. Let him know he's not so slick.
Oh, okay. Ugh. The Dean of Order pokes her head. What's going on? The rest of you guys hear like a quick cry, like, oh, in the distance.
Anivia's having fun today.
I'll stop. I'll stop. Do you respond, Olivia?
Let her know that he was trying to escape. Good thing I was here.
All right. Let's not try to kill them. Maybe a good bop or two.
I mean, he said he'll stop.
Bludgeoning damage only.
Give me a claw for damage. Let's see how much you do.
Uh-oh. I guess I got to target him.
Yeah.
Minimal.
Well, I mean, that should still hurt. So he's bleeding. But otherwise, he's fine. Okay. What do you guys do on the outside? Well, no. Is you over there? Look down. You hear like a whole. You hear this weird little glopping, bubbly kind of gurgle oddity below, and then you see it. Below is not fluids or wet sand or dirt. As you see it ever so slowly. And as you pay close attention, it's rising. Getting close. Not fast, very, very slow. Probably move 2 feet in this time of your observation. But it is moving up.
Do I only see the way out I came in?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start sneaking my way that way.
So quietly you hover back up.
Yeah, hover out.
You probably go about 30 feet back up. Corinne, there is no contact. You feel this cloud come by. What did you see? You hear Ambrose's voice whispering to you from a cloud or gaseous-like form.
Oh, like a glop monster? An ooze, perhaps? But it was in a giant lake of the same substance, it looked like.
See, let us go back to the top. Conceal it and prevent such things. He seems to hover up without any alarm. Corinne, as you stand looking over, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty.
As you're staring down. And you
16.
You kind of like are taking a deep breath. You see this weird flumus-like smoke. You move away. Just a little, but nothing crazy. And then Ambrose appears. Here, I thought I'd hear you announcing yourself with a cough. He just walks off, heading to the rest of the group.
I see what you did there, Mr. Professor Petty. Where's our friend?
Is then arrives shortly after. Is you see Corinne almost like a one-man greeting team. Everyone else is gone.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Don't
how
worry,
about a
there's-
hatch?
A hatch? To where?
Maybe where you were.
I didn't see another exit. Did you see another exit? Oh, okay. Maybe he floated off. I don't know.
He's kind of a dick like that.
Yeah, but there's a monster down there made of like gelatin substance and a lake of it.
Oh, damn.
I didn't see another way out though.
Well, come over here. Let me show you what I found. I'll bring his over to the rest of the group.
It looks like a heavy-ass door that is definitely can't help with.
Oh.
But he can go in if it was open. But like he's like, for Iz, he's like, don't make me pick that up.
Well, I mean, we can blow it open now, but we don't have to worry about our comrades.
Can we see to the other side anyway?
It doesn't open up
none
that
of you
much.
guys have dark vision, huh? Seg, Corinne, and no, but
I
Seg,
have dark
Corinne,
vision.
but what did you do? What was your part in it? So you could have peeked inside, technically?
I mean, I gave guidance to Seg to help open
You
it.
technically could have looked inside at the time of such. You would have seen a quick peek of a stair, like a ladder,
I can get someone inside if I can see in.
Ambrose goes, that won't be necessary. You see just like weird smoke go against it and dissipate. The door itself pops up. You hear something snap below. Ting, 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 ting. Until the echo gets muffled by the door itself. Lisette then uses her plant growth, and you see it raising the door open, and just this massive tunnel going straight down. And then as you guys all peek inside, ping! Everyone give me a wisdom saving throw. That's at the base of the tunnel. All four of you, but Anivia.
More stuff. 18.
Poor Seg.
Oof. 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 Well, everyone but Shio and Lisette, meaning Ambrose included, go unconscious as you see Seg, Corinne, and Ambrose just collapse into almost like a pliable putty on the floor. Lisette looks around and looks to you, Shio. Now, you stood there and withstood it, but as you look at Lisette, you see these weird little suction cups pop off of her ears and then hide back into her like mane of hair as if something came to protect her, or she was somewhat aware. Let's not go down there. And let's get everyone back to their dorms. I think we can address this with a more appropriate set of skills. Come, Shio. It'll be fine.
So I saw like a what?
So on Lisette, it's as if so like how do I put this?
Oh no, I got the suction cup.
Oh, you got that. So what do you mean?
Like
you didn't see shit. Oh, like when you guys were looking in, and no, you guys just heard the what assumably was the chain broken falling, just kind of like ding, and then like a loud, just echoing ring come up from the tunnel, and that's when you guys will make the save. So you just saw everyone else go limp, like they all just kind of like fell, like mannequins.
Oh,
a ragdoll, I guess.
Yeah, I guess whatever was in there didn't affect me. But yeah, let's Hey, our comrades, including the professor, are down again.
Anivia, you hear this. How do you respond? As you see Shia. Go ahead. Again, Shia.
What?
What'd you say again?
Oh, our comrades are down again.
I'll just shake my head. There's nothing I can do to help them, so.
Yeah. I guess we'll just guard the prisoners.
So, as you two wait, you eventually see what looks to be the dragon guard up here. At least only 4 of them. They have like these weird kind of like hooded things going on over them to try to, and their bodies are completely covered as if trying to hide any kind of physical aspect of themselves. Though immediately you guys can tell that one of them literally is a lizard folk. There's no, it's impossible to hide a tail. And though they attempted by covering it, it doesn't change the fact that it is a tail. The other 3, do hide their race or significant features. Wow. You hear some murmuring. One of them is a female. The other 3 are male. And they quickly gather the Orcree recruiters in which you guys held captive. As they clear the room, they then come back, 2 of them, and they pile up your allies on a cart that is waiting outside. There's not really one outside. As such. Gio and Nivea witness basically an entire cleanup crew come in, wipe the scene, and the only reason you all stayed is because at the end of it all, you see one of the Dragonlance come up to Lisette, then Ambrose, then Augusta, and then approach Shio and Anivia. You hear a fake kind of, sad attempt of a muffle. Please, put out your hands. And you saw him administer some kind of spray as the professors before you all kind of like used it like some kind of hand sanitizer of sort. Do either of you present?
I'll present my hands.
The individual inside, presumably a male, puts out his little spray and you get this sense of peppermint, almost like a candy cane lane. Otherwise, a brief sting, and he says, "Rub it together." And he looks toward Anivia, waiting for you to present your hand. Do you?
What is this?
It is a method in which we can remove any and all traces that we might have missed. This spray will be released, and any of our samples will then be nullified and removed from the area.
What happens if I don't do this?
In the event that a feather was left behind, it will be found.
I'm just confused. So, can I do like insight?
Sure, absolutely. Shio's already rubbing his hands together like, oh, fuck.
So I believe him. So I go my hands.
Put your hands out. Same thing. A little peppermint eucalyptus vibe kicks in, and you rub it together. You feel a brief little sting, and you do see. You know what? Give me a perception check, the two of you. With advantage. Fuck it. You guys have been here for a while.
Okay, I'll roll it again.
And if you need that one, wow, Jesus. No wonder his dice are so black, so we don't see how low he rolls.
Roll go through?
No, I did not see yours.
Okay.
I blame Seg. Always taking out then. It went out. It went this time. All right. The two of you both see. In fact, there is a feather lodged into the crease of the door. And right after the spray is administered, the feather slowly decomposes and almost goes into a fine dust. Something you have never seen happen to something of your own organic nature, Anivia. Whatever this stuff is, work.
Look, my blood from the floor is disappearing.
As such, everyone is popped into a cart and taken home. You guys are dropped off at your dorm. The professors inform to you that they will be having an emergency meeting with the rest, and in need of you all, they will summon me. As you guys are back at the dorms, Anivia, you immediately take Teddy, number 14, back to his humble abode with the rest of his posse. But you may do whatever you wish afterwards. Shio, the rest of them were all taken to their rooms with the magical means of hovering over and plumped into bed, even tucked in. Had one of them required a bedtime story, it might have been read. No one gets to witness such a thing. Shio, you and Anivia are technically the only two awake at this moment. Is there anything the two of you would wish to attempt, try, do, or extend prior to sleeping and going into the next day?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Anivia if they remember that god that came and saved them when they died. Because ours was a shared dream.
God saved us? Question mark?
Yeah, I remember when we were in that desert with the Dean of Order, and she put up that wall, and that banshee knocked out like half of us, and that god came and said we died.
No God said I died.
Well, they left a mark on us, remember?
Or I do not remember.
So, Shio, this comes to you very discomforting, and the reason being is that you thought Cal was a friend, and nothing came true, and now all of a sudden, your own history, something you experienced, you look and you even see the mark, and now that you look at Anivia, you've never seen a mark. In fact, they've never even mentioned it. At no point have they even showed curiosity to the event. But you were there. They were there. Shio, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
Nice.
DC was 25.
Legendary homebrew. Interjection. No, with that, you don't go into a psychotic break, but you definitely put 2 and 2 together. Something's not right. Why are you the only one pulling false positives? You can choose to retain the information and step away from the conversation with Anivia, but if you continue to engage, I will have Anivia roll to identify anything against your current posture, we will say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave and go to my room.
Finally, the annoyance departs itself. You are now alone yet again with your army of mixed mingled rodents.
So I guess like some things I'm going to try to figure out is the best way to keep them from escaping.
So as you
also,
study them, give me a animal handling. Go on. And you want to feed yourself? You got that. That's
feed
easy enough.
myself and feed them, right? So
Easy enough. And then
animal
give me an animal handling. Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, not bad. Could have been worse.
Not bad. Almost 17. You realize that it's not so much that they're intending to escape as they seem pretty obedient for the most part. Like they don't run away. You just find them for the most part. But what you realize is that the cage in which they are encaged in, that as they stand by a opening long enough, it's almost as if their shape changes to allow them through. Now, they never do it with you watching them. But as you've been like slowly preoccupying yourself, but yet peripherally focusing on them, trying to catch them on their bad day, they have held their ground true. But it would seem as if this vampiric effect is giving them some sort of ability. In which then when one gets out the other, when enough get out, you imagine they help the rest escape by opening a latch, which is really simple from the outside. But it does seem to be a patient game in which your presence is definitely not required.
I need
Yeah,
get some holy water.
Put a little thing of salt, get all into it. Homebrew Demons, released in the dorms in which our players live. The dreams in which you sleep in.
Yeah, so I just, like I said, I'll feed and then feed them also.
You got a successful night's rest for everyone that requires it. Anyone who needs to, go ahead and initiate a long rest now. While that is happening, I am actually going to switch over the module settings because I did not update Shio's character that he gave me, and I absolutely intended it to. And then I was like, oh, the setting's not set up, and I was going to import a map and other characters, so I'm going to do that first, and then the session happened. So now you guys should all be resetting right now in honor of me being able to try to update. So, what do you guys do in the morning?
Hey, Corinne, you wanna go to the library with me?
Sure.
How about you? Is you up?
Yeah.
Why
am I inside of a room?
Misplacement. No one knows where you slept when they brought you home.
They thought you were one of our pets.
Continue.
Why would anyone mistake me for a pet?
Because you're so cute, Is.
Well, this is true. But beside the point.
I mean, just look at you. You're tiny and adorable. Not to mention, you like to start fires randomly. Sounds like a cat to me.
I have not started any fires this week.
It's Monday is.
Like I said, this week.
And you were incapacitated for most of Monday.
Well, let's go see what everyone else is up to. And who carried us back?
You can
It
explain
was the
that if you
Dragon
wish.
Guard. Dragon
Tell me
Guard.
if Professor Petty was knocked out as well.
Oh yeah, he was right next to you. In fact,
Oh, nice. That little
he fell
bitch.
on top of you.
Oh, that bitch.
You got like a sore in your like back spine area. It's not like curved. You're gonna be okay. There's no scoliosis coming to you, but Ambrose definitely had an easier time, you imagine, at your expense.
I don't think I've ever even slept after I got knocked out. That's weird.
So what was under the door?
I don't know. I couldn't see.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Yeah. Yep.
I bet it was full of gold. Yeah.
I knew I should
Everyone
have
wants
cast daylight
gold.
again.
But Seg, you want to join us at the library?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. I think
What are you gonna do
So-
the
Olivia's.
library for?
Are we
Oh.
going after the book?
Shia wants to talk to y'all in one of those private study rooms.
Oh. Okay.
Sounded like disappointment.
I mean, we can get books while we're there.
It's not an ancient magical book sought by an evil cult. It's not the same.
So, yeah, you wanted to address any of you, or try or attempt to?
I don't trust. Shio doesn't trust Anivia anymore because he couldn't tell whether or not Anivia didn't really remember or was lying to him. So the trust between those two are being tested.
We know that wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Getting worse.
You it's wearing off. You look upon your current allies. Corinne, Sag, both ringers, technically. Cal's gone. Flick is gone.
Where's Rosie?
And Rosie's been MIA.
For
Did
a
Rosie
while.
die again?
And
I
Nivea
don't think she's
is now
dead.
suspicious. Only Iz, your best planning buddy ever, is the last person you can trust.
What, my secretary?
Your secretary is a gossipy bitch. I heard them talking
Well.
about my secrets. I told them to Anivia.
There you heard like the little typer ding at the end of that
No.
weird conversation.
I just like rip up that sheet with all the notes of this quote unquote meeting.
Is you see
You're
your
ruining my log.
you see your secretary kind of move their little claw leg down and give you a wink. They gotta be. As they tuck it into their feathers for safekeeping, later record keeping.
I go to give a thumbs up, but I abort.
As such, the four best friends go to the library. Olivia, what do you do in your downtime?
So they just like completely like ditched me, huh?
I mean,
Well, we
unless one
did
of them
go for it,
wanna,
right?
like... No, Shio decided not to because Shio does not trust them. You actually saw Shio urge you all, usher you guys outward, avoiding the Anivia completely, for that matter.
To be fair, Anivia likes to do their own thing 90% of the time.
Shio's totally just giving you guys the gusher version, you know, like, he's always busy. Come on, we never see him. He wasn't even with us. He found us, you know, like, let's be real. He wasn't even there from the beginning.
How do we know he's not here with us now?
Ooh.
I
Insight check is, you listen to the house.
I mean, if you don't see him, how do you know he's not there?
I don't know. I'll just have to trust it.
Is give me an insight.
Oh boy.
She just got that conspiracy hair right now.
Oh
He's
wow, I
home.
did well in an insight.
You hear the little jibber jabberies of the vampsters. For some reason, is sometimes you feel like you understand what's being said in the walls, and they're talking about Anivia.
Yeah, he's like, okay, but he's here. We can't escape. He'll leave soon. He'll get bored. Wait.
Oh,
Sounds like
his
his own.
hamsters are planning to escape again.
This is news for all of you.
Oh, he's got hamsters? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, careful.
yeah.
They like to run around with little daggers in their mouth, so just keep your Achilles heel away from the floor.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were trying to kill Annabelle one time.
They were creating a guillotine over their bed. I thought that was weird.
Yeah, I don't go in there. They scare me.
Yeah. They all like were staring at me while I was talking to Anivia yesterday. It was weird.
I
They're
usually chill
hungry.
in my ring.
So, what are we going to talk about in this room of private meetings?
I need to talk to you all about Kel and all the stuff that's going on.
Oh, right.
I think it's time we tell each other all about ourselves.
So
Wait, you guys have secrets?
I do not have a
What the wolf is going on?
The arena.
I don't have
Yes.
the biblioplex right now, so I'm
To
gonna
get
put you guys
answers
here.
from Shio, you must fight him.
There's two Shios.
That's not fair to Shio.
Oh, Bonivia's here now too.
So you guys find yourselves in the blue room for some odd forsaken reason. As you find a private place to talk, you saw none other than Lurine going to the biblioplex. Quickly, you all jerted away, and I railroad you as a DM into the blue room. Here you arrive in private.
That was weird. I felt no compulsion to speak to her in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I bet she's still angry at me for dispelling her boombox. Because she'll blame me for it, even though she has no proof I did it.
I mean, didn't
Tell
she
her,
kill her plants?
What?
Her garden.
Her garden was dead when we got there. She just blamed us.
Oh. Okay.
More importantly, Horton. But, he probably did it. You know how he was about those herbs.
Yeah, this is true.
Lorraine's just upset because she can't get high after class.
Anyway, what were we here about?
All right. So, it's a long story, but I think there's some sort of god sealed away, and it's asking for help, and it wants us to find them. I think the god brought me to this school. No, don't leave a paper trail.
But my notes.
But conspiracies can't have paper trails. That's how I got to all this information. Look what happened to Kel. He wanted to have a secret meeting with some evil group, and we found his paper trail.
Oh, I read a book about this. Yes, I gotta write it in code.
Yeah, just make sure it's not in a language a professor can translate. Do you have your own languages? I feel like you do.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm supposed to look for this god's artifact or something? And all the leads that I followed have kind of been dead ends. But apparently Kel had other leads. And he knew I was looking for it, but I couldn't find him. So he wouldn't tell me. And now Anivia is acting strange and they don't remember meeting the god with me. So that's why Anivia is not part of this conversation, because I don't know if I trust them. Kel betrayed us.
Did he, or is he undercover?
I don't know. Undercover implies he told someone what he was doing.
How do we know the teachers didn't send him in?
'Cause I don't feel like they would have left a paper trail for us to follow.
Maybe.
It's a possibility that Kel's still on our side, but we should probably treat him as a potential threat if we see him again.
So, back to the god. Why do we want to free him?
I don't know, but I don't necessarily want to know if I want to free them. They haven't really proven their goodness to me, and there's a lot of information I can't find on them.
Second Korean, you guys are more than welcome to ask questions. You guys are now, for some reason, found in this honeypot of what the fucks.
I mean, is he like giving us a job to free him? Are you getting paid? Can I get paid? I don't need the money, but it's kind of like a
I'm with
requirement,
Biz
right?
on this one. Where's the goal?
I mean, if you free a god, of course they're probably going to grant you a wish. Good or evil, they tend to reward people who help them.
Korean, that feels like it was targeted toward you.
What is
Yeah.
a
Wishes just don't appear. Gods don't grant wishes. They're gods. Jinns, that's their job. It's like, it's almost insultive because it's like he's redistributing the one purpose your family lineage has and is giving it to the gods instead.
Hey, God, wishing isn't exclusive to Jin.
Gods give boons. The way jinns work, they weave their magic into the weave and kind of trick Mistra into thinking that something was always there.
Interesting.
It's a little more intricate than just saying a god can give a wish or a jinn can give a wish. Kind of why they go.
Wait. Could you
haywire.
go more into detail on that concept? Iz takes out his super note-taking pen.
Yeah, she is taking out notes. All right, go up to the board.
Okay.
Today it's a lesson on Jin.
So Jin, as you know, they tend to be rather chaotic, but not quite as evil as people tend to take them as. At least the one that I know. They're usually noble, lawful society on the plane of. They live in a city called I forget, the Ice and something city. Harold Doth didn't talk about that too much, but they have a very rigid system, and then they don't give anything lightly. And if you're looking for a reward from somebody, you have to do a great task and not just free somebody absentmindedly. I think that would count towards gods as well.
Yeah, do we even know the god's name?
Yeah, the god's called Lindra.
Lindra.
I heard that in a fever dream. I think I saw.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Remember when we messed with that hag?
I remember you messed with the hag.
Well, I was nowhere near the hag, actually. Y'all messed with the hag, and I was on the outside, and I peered into some experiences with y'all. And Lindra is actually something that I heard that connected you and Kel together.
Interesting.
Y'all both have similar experiences with her.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys all get cool visions? I ain't got nothing.
Hey, I gotta help you about the vision I saw of you. It was some crazy shit, actually.
Can I breathe fire yet?
No, it was kind of like a theory of everything and the number 42 and some crazy shit like that. I kind of got the gist of it, but I feel like if I give you the framework, maybe you'll work something out with it.
Have you just been reading my book?
Nah, hag magic is weird.
Oh. Well, yeah, do share.
Well, I don't know anything about hag magic. I just know it was weird. I saw y'all's memories and shit. Or your dreams.
Not that. The math you saw.
Oh, okay. I'll
Give me a history check as you try your best to recall and just drop it on the board. On the fly.
All right.
Seg, what are you doing as you see them nerding out and you kind of stand there? Air cock raw and all.
I'm shell shocked.
What?
I feel shocked because they're talking about those dreams, and all I remember is that creepy ass fish lady hauling that anchor towards me.
Did you see Seg? Was it Lindra related?
No, he was like a pirate or some shit.
Oh, so he got to have a nice dream, and I got berated by someone who gave me little to no information. Great.
Well, I mean, there's some kind of like warlords or some agents going out after you or something. It's kind of an item.
You mean we get to take down a pirate warlord if we stick around with Seg?
Nah, I don't know anything about that. I just know he had like a drink with a pirate, looking for better wealth.
So if you guys have all sorts of cool visions and stuff, maybe Annabelle does too.
Yeah, but they're really tight-lipped about it. I'm not sure I trust them entirely, because they don't seem to trust us.
I mean, we could always ask him. We don't really talk to him very often. He's usually in a corner, staring at me. I don't
90%
know.
of the time, he's hiding in the background. I
Dude,
can never talk to him.
Anivia is awesome, my guys. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Obviously,
no
he
doubt
burns
about
out the
that.
superior people.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't betrayed us, and he's always killing stuff. I think we should bring him in. Maybe not tell him everything. I mean, I don't really think we have anything, but
Do any of you know anything about Lindra, perhaps?
I don't think I've ever heard that name before.
Is Lindra a terrifying fish monster lady that drags a
Hold
hammer
on.
at you?
With that statement what is your best stat?
My best wisdom.
Like your best possible modifier. What is it?
8. That's a
But
save.
That's your save for wisdom?
Yep.
Do
Am
you,
I about to be
accept,
struck
do, you,
down?
do you accept the consequence? I mean, when I say consequence, I mean it's voluntarily. Do you accept choosing? When you say that, it's more of like there's imagine an eclipse where it lines up in a weird deja vu moment. And you can choose right here, right now, like an instance of a moment, whether or not to accept the risk of an exhaustion trying to reach into the glance of what it is you refer to just now.
Oh, yeah. Risk it all.
Completely. Okay. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw with your wisdom saving. So roll your wisdom saving throw in place of it. But you're basically trying to physically resist it, but you're using your strength, your strongest stat, your personal strength against it. As such, you just beep, an epiphany arrives. You have absolutely heard that name. She is a vague god. For you is, let's just say in a brief, maybe 10-second lapse, you witness any and everything that has ever existed for the thought of Lindra. The very creation, the very theory, the very first depiction presented to the followers that followed blindly without understanding. And out of all of it, you pick up 3 important things. She has a gift that, when granted, is held forever. She can and will intervene with your fate if it favors her. She will exile anyone who disobeys her.
All right, you see is kind of space out for a second. Oh, wrong button. I will say that. Repeat that. Oh, wow, that was weird. Apparently, if you say her name 3 times, you get like visions.
We got Bloody Mary.
Lindra.
I will look at him expectantly.
I'm gonna look at. I think you got to do it in a mirror, man.
right. Is there? Oh, these little things can make things appear. How do I make this work? Mirror, please.
Nothing's happening.
Maybe it's a switch behind the desk.
Give me an investigation check. This meeting turned into a lesson about Jins, to a lesson about Lindra, to distrusting Nivea. I do not know what the main topic was. You find not a switch, but you find a divot. As you do, you press against this divot and your finger gets caught. As you pull away, it almost tightens. Not like a V, but like a Chinese finger. What do you do?
I know if you push forward on a trap, it usually lets go. So if I push, so she will push forward a little.
You push forward a little. The release is not so much release, but more of an injection. Give me a Constitution saving throw as you kind of willingly almost feel something sting you. Very nice. You feel just this like almost like a paralytic trying to kick in, and as you resist it, your finger is still stuck.
Help! I'm stuck. And I got injected with something. I think the teachers are all on drugs.
Well,
that would make a lot of sense. Did you see Mr. Professor Petty? I'll walk up here.
Maybe there's like a release button. Maybe you should poke around more.
Do I notice any other divots?
Nope.
Is his finger still caught in the thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. His hand is stuck. He's like stupidly like you don't. If you guys put your head underneath, you'll realize that his finger is literally in a divot within the desk and is being held in place. As he pulls away, the desk almost forms to tighten it. As he goes forward, you don't even see like a lessening grip, but more so in like the entire desk itself sucks in with the motion of the hand towards something that you guys cannot see, but yet Chio can feel. If that would make
maybe it's like one of those finger traps. Like, just stop, try to pull your finger out, and then push it in, and then it'll release you.
I pushed it in, and it injected me with something.
Oh,
Balls yet?
That's not good.
Did it loosen it up any though?
Not to my feeling.
Can I go ahead and do a medical check on him? See if he's getting any symptoms?
Sure, give me a medicine check.
All right, now watch my finger.
As you go about giving him a mini physical, you realize that it is the desk. If you took your time to really warn your friends, it will react. But you know it is a mimic. How do you respond? No one
else can repeat that one more time. I think it broke up for me.
So you know it's a mimic, the desk. But you know by the time you announce it, it will react. So you can avoid its offensiveness by not telling anyone. But Shio is being held by a mimic currently. You don't know of. I mean, you know that there's passive methods, but you don't know of like the actual techniques. You have known the beastry enough of mimics that they can be tamed, they can be created. They can be treated as pets, etc. And clearly, this is a case of a teacher's desk. Clever, very, very clever.
So you remember the first day? No one else
realizes that, only is. So how do you go about it? Go ahead.
So you remember that first day when we all met up, and then we ran into that thing?
Yeah.
Only Shio might know. Shio, give me a history check.
But Shio figured out how to get out.
Seg
I'm just saying,
and
I think you're in a
Corinne
similar
are clueless.
situation right now.
Shio, you think you know how to get out. What's your solution, Shio, without knowing otherwise?
Oh, I'm gonna hop down. By the way,
Okay, you got it. It quickly removes himself. Shio, you misty step your way. Everyone, give me a perception check. Even in it. Oof.
don't forget to deliver my letter.
Well, I mean, with 2 1s in a row, it's really hard for Anivia to give any attention to your secretariat. So I'm trying. It's just Anivia is choosing to ignore them.
I mean, yeah, knocking at the door.
I mean,
Knock,
I
knock, knock.
am doing things.
Yeah,
so
yeah, no,
it
yeah.
makes
But
sense.
I mean, it does. It's just super funny that literally you've been rolling 1s, and I'm trying to get it to you. I'm really trying. Is Corinne? Seg, like in your head, you imagine whatever the fuck happening to this desk. You have no clue, but whatever it is, it's happening because you're telling yourself it is. But Corinne and Iz, you definitely see the desk almost reform into a different posture. You didn't even realize it was 3 inches lower than where it stood, Corinne. And you were standing right next to it. Holy fuck, this is a mimic. You keep it to yourself because you understand how they act. Corinne, you now realize the situation in which Iz has put you all in. Not Iz, but Shio, but Iz has announced. And not everyone is aware, so you are choosing to play as you wish. You can announce it or not, but you do know how mimics work. Upon exposure, they react. Upon solitude, they stay calm.
I'll just calmly walk away from the desk. And then just ask Seg, hey, can you help me move this table over here? I'm kind of a weak little
Yeah.
bitch.
I would help you, but I'm small. So look how ripped I am.
Yeah, sure thing.
And then probably this one over here, actually. Got to find a nice table, Don't want a little trashy table. Let's go around here. This one
Got
looks
it.
good. Okay, so we should probably stay away from that other side of the room. Thanks for coming over here. In a soft, hushed voice.
Yeah, I'll whisper back. Yeah, there was something weird about that table.
My finger hurts.
Do you think it's still listening?
What? What's still what?
I'm still listening to you.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Anyway, there's a place I need to go off campus. It's just off campus, but it should have more info on Lindra.
Oh, right, that. Why are we helping this god?
Because apparently they'll banish me forever if I don't.
Oh, right, the banished the whole. I mean, has she intervened in your fate yet?
Yeah, she left this mark on me. Look, and I show
Oh,
the back of my shoulder.
does that mean you have superpowers? Is that
I mean-
because that's supposed to be a gift, right?
No, I think that's just a mark that she saved my life. But the powers I do have are pretty strong. They come from me though.
Sure.
She pompous that.
I have a
While you
reason
guys
to
are
be
having this discussion, somewhere else on campus, Anivia goes through some extreme workout. Anivia, you head to a new field you've never been to before. You arrive at Silver Quill. The instructions said toward the Rose Stadium, but just beyond it. You thought that it was just study halls beyond it. As you go around the corner, you see what is now presented as a massive field. Full stadium, stands and all. Why do they have a Rose stage if they got this bad boy? But yet here it stands. You see about a dozen other students. They all look toward your direction and they're like whispering about. And one of them comes up And it's none other than Greta. Olivia, put it there. And she throws out her arm and she goes for a heavy handshake. Give me a strength check, please.
Can't I do a sleight of hand to avoid it since I know she smashes people's hands?
Absolutely. You can absolutely do a sleight of hand to avoid it. You easily, nope. That situation. And she's like, she stomps the ground really hard. And as doing so, people are like, oh, fuck. You're ready for it. You kind of like, flit her just a little bit in the air to avoid it. You've seen this trick more than once, more than twice, and you've been affected by it. You dodge it easy enough. As you arrive with the rest of the students, they all stop their whispering. The recruits all stare upon the A team, third years, known as the Sonics. You see a normal, what looks to be human, male, blonde hair, blue eyes, typical white. All right, everyone. Hey, I might not look like much. I might not even sound like much. But I'm right here, right now. Sonics, the best team in Strixhaven. Everyone just starts roaring in excitement. You don't know what the fuck to make of it. It don't matter. You're just here for a job. He keeps going. All right. I heard of this cowards group. I've heard of these potential winners. I've heard of these fourth years that think they gotta come back. No. Third year Sonics have got it in the bag, but a little bit of fresh flesh to practice on. So you all volunteered to come, show us what you got. No recruitment, no expectations. We just want to beat some kids to pulps, and we just feel bad hitting the same people over and over. We're not learning nothing. So stop us from beating you. Simple. Now get on out of here. Everyone just gets excited and roars up. And if you kind of just go with the flow. You're not like rooting and ha-ha. You just kind of hoot. Whatever the fuck. Walking forward, going with the group. Somehow, some way, you're walking and strolling, and you're first in line. Oh, yeah! Let's get this big fella up here. Come at me. And if with your first stuff, and describe to me what it is you do as you are in any understandings with no instructions whatsoever, expected to come into conflict with the individual before you and push past them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just slowly walk towards them. Obviously, I don't understand the concept yet. So
you see this guy just and just boom. If anyone would ever be there from the team to witness this, it would be the only time Anivia has ever been laid the fuck out. But no one was there. It never happened. Nobody that was there gives a fuck because you best believe after Nivea got laid the fuck out, the next 12 guys got laid the fuck out. The next 7 chicks got laid the fuck out. Everybody was just getting whooped by this group. Round 2. Anivia's not first. No. Anivia is 7th. Because for whatever reason, that's where you ended up. How do you approach it this time against a new opponent? Another member of the team lines up. He's just like a heavy-set dude, probably like half orc, not necessarily green tone, more of a mute brown, like a spoiled leaf in the fall. And he's just like, all right, somebody stop me.
This is my second.
Yeah, this is your second. Yeah,
so I'm gonna say that Anivia will try to Allen's the ground, not realizing it's just soft dirt.
You got it. You grip into the ground, bracing yourself, believing you've got it. You're holding on tight as this meatball of a half orc, moldy brown skin tone is just diving toward you, and then like a bowling ball scene. He doesn't just hit Anivia. He hits Anivia and the next 10 people in line. Just bulldozes right through them. We don't know where Anivia lands with the rest of the bodies. But we do know eventually they're all cleared from the field. Everyone else does subtle attempts as he just gets tired. He's a big dude. By the time he gets to the end of the line, he actually runs up and he just flicks them. He does end up knocking them down because they were a little wimp, but 100 for 100, big dude wins. Round 3. Nivea, you fucking line yourself up at the very end. You're like, fuck this. I'd rather get flicked in the nose than get bulldozed over and over. You thought this would be simple. This was the worst possible job you could have chosen, but here you are. Here you are. How do you do it? I mean, there's no rules. No one has ever told you how to go about this. You roll a nat 20. What did you do?
Imagine that.
And this is against a whole different opponent. Imagine whatever the fuck you want. It's your turn.
I guess imagine that Anivia will just grip into them with the talons and just kind of, wring them out like a fucking.
All right. Anivia's it's like no more Mr. Nice Guy. Anivia goes full offensive. Now, what sucks is that the entire party missed Anivia just getting his ass whooped twice in a row. But he comes back with a fucking vengeance because this is what people talk about at the end of the day. Anivia not only went ravage and took on this one dude, he wouldn't let go of them. So much that the rest of the team came to pull him off, and he was like a cat. He got all of them. Every single fucking one of them got a little claw of Anivia. Anivia walked away from that event, paid twice as much because they wanted him gone that fast. And that wasn't fast enough. You tasted quite a bit of blood there. And you loved almost every bit of it because at the end of the day, you know that your ass beating was worth it to acquire that many Zombies. It was like a platter of exquisite cheeses. You could not complain. And when you saw the one, you got just a little more of it. You walked away successfully, sir. Congratulations. I'm sorry the rest of you guys missed that opportunity to be there, root them on, laugh at them, or whatever it may have been. But some things just happen, and you might never hear about them. So here we are. Anivia, you head back and you see the secretary bird at the door waiting for you, and immediately pulls up with its foot. I imagine like a flamingo-ish vibe. Pulls up with its foot at a weird angle, almost like a disjointed elbow, and presents to you a piece of parchment, and it says, "We are having a secret meeting at the private library rooms, and we'll be back soon." There is no one else signed to it, but you imagine it is because it was his bird presenting it to you. But normally, is a bit more proper. He literally didn't even put like "love is" or anything. Like, it was pretty rude, really. I mean, this is kind of a little different for Iz. I mean, he must have been in a rush. So you definitely get some kind of urgency, I guess, if I had to explain any further. But you can let me know what decision you make. Meanwhile, the rest of them are continuing their conversation while you missed out on this grand event of outdoor sports and goods. The rest of you are worried about what?
Indra apparently got quite the following.
A good one or bad one? Are they the cultist?
I don't think so. None of them are wearing the symbol for her.
Have you looked at the library? Are there books?
Yeah, the library drone thing kind of freaked out when I mentioned her name and said they didn't have any books.
So we're not on the allowed list.
Yeah. I've been trying to get into the restricted section since I work at the library, but they haven't stationed me there yet.
Have you tried breaking in? I know Nivea's good at that.
Usually works for me.
Last time someone wandered off in the library to an area they shouldn't have been, they got brainwashed. Remember Horton?
Yeah, it was the library.
That's why I'm worried about straying off from where I shouldn't be. I've been trying to learn all of the defenses of the library too, but I've only gotten a few of them. But hopefully I'll be promoted soon. then I can get into that area that they don't want normal students in.
Okay.
And I feel like the biblioplex in a school would be the most guarded place.
Is it?
I don't know. They have a lot. It's really big. And if they can cast a spell that resurrects people on the whole campus, I feel like they can put up pretty good defense.
Corinne, insight check. Seg, insight check. Oh man, we got one live one. Oh, we got two live ones. Oof. Seg. These guys, fucking Shio and Iz are so dead serious about this conversation that you clearly know nothing about them. Corinne, it's like, holy fuck, like, these dudes are on another level. Maybe you took a shroom, maybe you smoked a little weed. I don't know what you did, Corinne, but you're not taking it as serious in any way
You
whatsoever.
eat from the living plant.
I wanted to get to that for Iz, and Iz woke up in a room, so no living plant action, sorry.
But I'd like to learn more about Lindra, and I need to find her artifact before she gets bored of me and decides to banish me, which might have happened to Kel.
So yeah. What do we do?
Well, there's 3 families apparently connected to Lindra, and one of them is mine, so I was thinking we can go to the library and look up my family history.
Do you have any brothers or sisters who can take over?
I have 7 brothers, but they're not technically related to blood to me.
Huh. I'm just trying to see what Lindra's options are.
She has quite a few, but they're all older than me. I wonder if they went to this school for a while.
Is she gonna disappear if you don't release her?
Probably not. If she's strong enough to bring us back from the dead and
Wait, you
banish
died?
people. Yeah, that hag, or not hag, Banshee. Remember, knocked us all out, and she saved us, or saved me, and Anivia.
Yeah.
I kind of have a question about where do you get banished to? Do you get banished to death, or do you get banished outside of an area? Like, where does she banish you to
Yeah,
if you fail her?
Did you learn anything about that?
I learned everything and forgot it all.
Ah, darn.
I only remember
But-
the 3 things.
For now, let's just assume she banishes us to hell.
Or maybe away from the school?
I don't know. Failing gods, from my experience in myths and all that, they tend to banish you to bad places.
That seems like more work than it's worth.
You could just be banished from her glory or whatever, you know. It doesn't have to necessarily be banished from a place, maybe banished from her power, banished from her vision forever or something like that. Like maybe
Yeah.
it's not a physical banishment, maybe it's a metaphysical banishment.
I guess, but I don't really have a lot connecting me to her. Oh, maybe she's my mom.
Well, you do keep saying stuff about your family being very secretive. Are they super involved in her maybe?
Not that I can remember.
I bet it's a bit of a jump. I mean, how did you figure that?
I had a vision,
Oh.
and I saw my mom and dad really young. I think they might have gone here. So I want to go to the library and look up my family history and see if there's any like other notable rivalries or families involved with mine. Cuz I don't know. So I think maybe the Duskblade ones are part of it as well. but I think it's important, and I want to go check it out. Could use some help. That library's huge.
Well, hold on, Shio. I thought you were going to bring us to this library place to explain what's going on. I am twice as confused as I was when I entered the room. What the fuck are you talking about?
We saw Lorraine enter the library and decided not to go that way, unanimously.
Yeah, I get that. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. I need help figuring out who this god is, if they're good or evil, and maybe find any leads on about like sacred sites to them. That's all I need.
He's been marked by a god, which means he's probably
Oh.
doomed. Sorry, Shia.
Yeah, I guess you'll die.
Better than being a cleric.
Only
Hey.
marginally.
I'll remember that next time you're down.
That's actually pretty common, Shia. You should be concerned.
It's fine. If I die, at least I won't be banished.
Maybe that's how she banishes people.
Banished from the afterlife. That would suck.
That would
You
I'll
can't
banish
die.
your ass.
You know, banishing people, other students on campus is not allowed.
Wait, really? I thought we just weren't supposed to kill him.
I think it's in the handbook. I think outside of combat, you're not allowed to do that stuff.
All right. Well, I think I have a thing I could maybe try. Maybe a person we can ask about Lindra for you.
I'd
And
really appreciate that.
We can ask my dad. He's in another plane, but I'll fizzle some magic and spend a spell slot to oh my god. Spend a spell slot to contact my father Tildris, where I came from, and ask him if he's ever heard of a Lindra. It seems like I'm going up against some of her followers, and I could maybe use some advice.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Man, you're so lucky to have a patron.
How long does that spell take?
I have no idea. Out of character, no idea. I assumed it was kind of like sending when it
Is
explained
it
to me,
commute?
but it's a homebrew thing he gave me.
Ah, gotcha.
It's like a holy DM thing.
As you pull together the threads, like you understand now. This is a you know what? Hold on, for the privy of such. 1 second. Seg at disadvantage. Geo at advantage. Is at advantage. Roll an Arcana check. As you watch Corinne go about saying, hold on, wait a second. As Corinne literally, see, we got one more roll. Is
Sorry, it took me a sec.
Sag rolled pretty high for disadvantage.
6.
Well, it's disadvantage.
No. You're good. You're good. It's actually advantage for you. Is so go for the nat 20 because you already rolled high as fuck. But go for the nat.
Going for the net. Oh, that is not a net.
No, but it's okay. It was close though. I see a 20 at least. You know, I mean, it wasn't hidden. It wasn't the opposite side because that could have been bad. So no worries. No, yeah, Seg, you rolled fine. So Seg, Shio, and Iz, you guys are privy to something unique. Corinne literally puts his hands out and pulls threads that did not exist previously before you arrived from the plane of thin air. And you see him building some kind of like, I wouldn't say runes, but Corinne, I'd give you the floor. How would you describe you assembling these threads? What would be the visual to a audience that is trying to comprehend your doings? This ancient technique.
So I feel like I would start crackling lightning from my hands as I start to kind of make beams appear in the form of threads and start to manipulate them into a sigil-like pattern until it kind of looks like it would be almost in a draconic language, but twisted. and you kind of see different parts of it like expand and contract, kind of as my message creates itself, I guess is the best way I could describe it. Kind of like
Yeah, like birth.
not well, yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, I mean, it swells and it deswells. I mean, absolutely the same. It's like a canal, in some sense, yes.
Yeah.
As such, go ahead.
No, I don't know what else to say.
You got it. You guys literally are just like in awe. Like,
I didn't know you
literally
could do draconic.
in awe. As such, Curran, you solely, because nobody else can hear such a connection. Boy, what is it you need this time?
This odd god keeps appearing in our path, Alindra. And I was hoping in your infinite knowledge you've come across something about her.
Oh yeah, I come across her. Not just something. Oh no, all about her. Real bitch. But, I'll tell you something.
I was getting that vibe for sure.
She ain't something be what's that word they be using? Flicking. Oh yeah, reckon. I don't understand that word at all still to this day, but reckon with. If that mean nothing to you, son, then don't bother. But if that means something, heed to it. Don't reckon with her.
Don't reckon with her.
I be crossing paths time to time, but I'm a powerful man. Son, I don't fault her in any kind of sense like that. She know it. But I would be my boy. I listen to this reckoning thing. Should be something. Something is what they say.
Is there anything I can tell maybe a misguided person that's under her control, maybe how to help him?
She got her ways with him. He be listening good. Yeah, listening real good. Real good, yeah. That one. Nope. That boy be gone.
But
maybe you see something I don't.
Shio's gonna think that we can all speak, and he's not sure if it actually can go through, but he goes, but what if you have powers similar to hers? Like, say...
You don't hear it, but...
Yeah, you're not hearing anything, but I'm hearing him say that, and it's like...
Oh, sorry, I thought we all were hearing him speak. Sorry. That was my mistake.
Yeah.
So, do you actually think he's talking to someone, or if he's just
you guys
trying to show
Corinne,
off?
But you don't hear his dad.
Because that seems...
My friend here, he asked... Oh, I'm sorry,
Go ahead, Iz. Go
ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I was believing you're talking to someone.
You are, yeah. Oh, he is. Oh, yeah. You believe it.
My friend who's is asking me if you know of any way that they can circumvent her power. He uses similar powers to her.
Boy, you best knock him out good, because when you face her, he's gonna do exactly what she say. That, but don't tease her at all. Just let that boy do what he do. Don't help him. Don't stop him either. Don't make yourself an enemy. That candy bar, that's a gift, and you best accept it.
Well, thanks, Dad. I appreciate your counsel.
Does he also know anything about godlings?
He's gone.
Ah, darn.
Disconnected. Beep, beep, beep.
He's a busy man.
What's he do?
So what did he say?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, Lindra, she's bad news, man. Like, Like bad news, like he told me to abandon you. Bad news.
Oof. Hmm.
Like we need to not be in her bad graces. He called her a bitch, like straight up bitch. He said he could maybe contend with her a bit, but for us mere mortals, we don't really have any upper hand on her.
Hell, that's unfortunate.
How old is your dad, by the way? Is he like a adult dragon?
He's over 700.
Oh.
He never told me the specifics.
So he's super powerful then.
He's an adult for sure. He's not no whelpling. He commanded a Jin in his army to tutor me. I mean, in his horde to tutor me. He's I'm proud of my father, but
Wait,
that's
is
just
he
me.
like a full blood dragon?
Yeah, he gave me dragon powers.
I've never seen another dragon. Can you have him visit?
Well, he's not in this plane. He kind of sent me to this plane to go to school.
Yeah, I was abducted too.
Maybe they'll come on Parents' Weekend.
That would be interesting. I'll have to tell him that when it comes closer.
Yeah, I think that's held in like the second month of school or something. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
didn't
Do
pay
they
attention last time.
they don't take too kindly to dragons? There's not any dragon slayers or anything at this school, are there?
Well, dragons
'Cause they might
founded this
die.
school.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen any. I mean,
Well, they said
they're
the handbook says they haven't been here in a long time.
well, no. I mean, the college founders are dragons. It wouldn't make sense to have dragon hunters in a dragon school.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I kind of forgot about that. That's probably why he sent me here.
Probably has a good relationship with one of the dragon.
Oh, the dragons that founded this school aren't normal dragons. They're like dragon gods.
Must have a good reputation with dragons then.
Well, hey, my father's pretty awesome.
Well,
Okay.
all I really got from that was that I should do as she says, so I'll do as she says. Unless
Or
she
you'll
turns on me.
pay.
Really? I got that we should knock you the fuck out and dump you in an alley.
No, it's not Shio's fault. He's under threat from an extraplanar deity.
Yeah, it seems like it's
We
my
could find
family's.
another deity to override that.
Slowly puts my mace away.
You know, if we can get me souped up enough, I could prevent her from sending me out.
I mean, have we asked the teachers?
I don't know if I asked the teachers about Lindra, and they just didn't know what I was talking about.
Oh, I don't know why that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I feel like it's something like the Oracle would know. But how do you even meet the Oracle? They're supposed to know the future.
Well, wouldn't they know that you're going to show up and be ready? They
Or
should make the
duck out
appointment
on you
for
so you never meet them.
That's true. We should try to figure out how to meet the Oracle soon.
I'll make an appointment.
That's probably how you have to do it. Have your secretary talk to their secretary, Bird.
They don't have a secretary, Bird.
Anivia.
What?
Meanwhile, Shio is left out. What? As such, Anivia, you walk into the bibliothèque and immediately shuffle toward the private room. As you approach, you for some reason did not notice the book on the table that was a little left over the cliff, one might say, and your wing butts into it. Briefly, in a low muttered noise, the book plummets to the floor. Luckily, it opened on its leaf pages and softened the blow. If the hardcover hit the ground, who knows what kind of identification would have came about. As you approach further to this meeting in which you were not invited to, you creep toward the door, which is slightly ajar. You hear this. A female tone. Well, I really don't think that maybe they should belong on the council. Perhaps we should consider other options. There's a problem with these people that we just can't trust. You immediately know it to be none other than Lorraine. She's talking to some group. You do not feel like you have the advantage of surprise, so you withdraw yourself from exposing even your own visual gossip of seeing who might be within. Instead, you hope to hear another speak, but you continue hearing Lorraine. You see, I feel like there's something wrong with this individual. I don't know. Him and Shio, they seem to have something in common. What do we know about the two of them? You hear a male voice. Well, give me an insight check. Perhaps we hear that there, maybe it's none other than drag, or the Minotaur. Is it drag? No, that's not drag. That's yeah, it is drag.
Grasmere,
Grasmere, yeah. Correct. Yes. So, and he's just like, you hear his tone, but it is a member of their group, and I don't particularly think that it's any of the flying folk. It does not fit any of their profiles. The new one included that gin of such brethren. I have seen this history in the family. I highly doubt he is of interest. You hear Lorraine yet again. Well, perhaps, but we cannot rule out anyone until we know the truth. It would seem as if they are losing members and gaining them just as fast. What is with the shuffle? It is odd. It has left me aloof. No offense. But nonetheless, what is it? Nivea, give me a stealth check. You disappear. Now, do you stay in the biblioplex or do you vacate immediately?
I wanted to basically go up into the
rafters or whatever.
Yeah, to try to visually see everybody.
Sure. Easily enough. Poof. You pop up into the rafters. We'll cut scene. We'll come back to you. The rest of the group. Where do you go next?
I'm going to head to the biblioplex because I have books I need to find. If any of you want to help out, I'd appreciate it, but I understand that my cursed status is unappealing to friendship.
Ooh, did you enter your emo phase?
Yeah.
He has gothic black tar across his eyes that he pulled out from his back pocket. He's been saving and warming up with his ass cheeks this entire time.
Yeah, I turn around, I full on goth makeup to Iz. Maybe
Is
the
this gonna
darkness
last
is where I
long?
belong.
Well, let's nip this in the bud with the power of friendship. I'm not going to abandon you just because my father told me to. Yes, it was a great warning, and that just impresses upon us how dangerous what you're dealing with is. But I think we're all touched by this in one way or another. So we should all help each other out.
I really appreciate that. Besides, I think you'll get stuck into my drama anyway if you stick around with this group.
Yeah, I'm just going to be real cautious.
Well, given what's happened at the school, we'll probably all be dead if we don't do something.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Fair
all
enough.
connected somehow.
I don't know. It just seems to me like everything interesting happens to you, Shio, so I'll stick around.
Yay!
You guys head to the biblioplex, in which we have no active scene for. So, as you do, Anivia, you witness your entire group waltz on in, as they do. Ba-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. They go to check out books. What books are you guys looking for?
I'm looking for the books on the Din family, Also, books on how to protect yourself from a god. Basically, those 2 books.
Okay.
I'll look up
do
stuff
you-
on seeing the future, like Oracle stuff. Maybe that'll give me some insight on how to get a hold of him.
Sorry, Oracle and what?
Oh, like have to see the future type stuff
Gotcha. Okay.
because he needed to see the future.
Seg, what do you got?
I feel like I didn't understand a whole lot of that conversation.
Uh-huh.
So I think follow Shio around and just like pretend like I know what I'm doing. Just grab random books off the shelves occasionally.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Mimic check. Mimic check.
Not
Hold on
bad.
to that. And Corinne, what are you doing? What are you looking for?
I feel like I'd also kind of try to help look for books about the Oracle, and also
Okay.
I want to look for like ways to avoid curses and like things like that, like anything to avoid being cursed or ways to avoid it, fix it, all that kind of stuff, like the biblical curse of Lindra and all that kind of stuff, like those kind of things.
All right. Notes, perfect. So we will begin with you immediately look for Oracle books. As you do, you go to the left-hand side. When you had entered the Bibliopex in the past, you had noticed a grand tree, two grand trees within the building. You head to the one to the farthest west. I think he's doing something. He's playing with something. I don't know what it is. Stitch, stub it. No. Anyways, so as such is you head over, and for some reason you walk up. Son of a bitch! There's a book about oracles on the bench, almost waiting for you. The future has answered.
See, they do know the future and place things in. God, they're good. Now, hopefully, this will have how to make an appointment. I'll pick up the book and start
You
reading.
open it. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. You gander. You quickly filter through the pages to see whether or not it's worthy of your adversary. Oof, this shit is tough.
Wait, this isn't math.
It's reading. It's hardcore blocks. It's not even centered. It's not left. It's not right. It's just block. If you don't know what block is, get a non-word editor and you'll find it. So, it's tough. It's not nice. And it's going to take you a cool minute. Doo-doo-doo.
I will
Meanwhile,
persevere.
Seg, you filtered 2 books. One of them is Water is Wet, and the other is Fire is Hot.
Impeccable.
Whole books on
Brilliant.
those.
Yeah, obviously. I feel like I need to ground myself. What are you even looking for?
Stuff I talked about in the meeting.
I tried to explain to you. I didn't understand any of that.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling from you, from you, Seg. And I'll keep looking around. If I can't find the books, I'll request them from the machine.
Well, fine. What are you looking for then as you turn to walk away?
I'm looking for my family book, and I'm also looking for how to protect oneself from gods or their powers and whatnot. Or how to nurture a god's powers. That's also information I'd need.
Okay. Good luck with that. I'm gonna go find Iz.
Seg, do you put your books back?
No, I'm reading these books now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
All right, you
check
hold on
these
to them.
books out of spite. And then if I manage to find Iz, I'm just gonna ask him what he's up to.
Give me a perception check is Corinne. You are looking to avoid curses and bibliology of Lindra. Which would you like to address first?
Let's do the curses first.
You do find is but we'll get to that. So, Corinne, you go about the curses, and you read four fun facts. The cursor can remove the curse. A dispel curse can remove the curse. And the other two facts, they almost like leave you in doubt. Bring to a jester and let them tell a fable. And the other method is almost even more ridiculous. Bring forth a fire and let it slowly dwindle. On
What would you say about the jester? I didn't write all that down.
Sorry. Let the gesture let it present itself, let it leave it in a laughter, I guess would be the proper term. Like, that's a little bonus beyond the riddle.
All right. And leave laughter. Alrighty, got those four down.
All right. So, moving forward, do you wish to address the biblical essence of Lindra, or do you want to pass for a moment and come back to you?
I think I'll pass for a moment on that.
Okay. We come to which do you wish to address first, the god kindling or the Jinn family?
In my book about oracles?
Yes, because you were looking at the future.
Oh. Let's go with the god. That sounds more important.
Give me a Arcana saving throw. I am not such a thing. Give me what is that? Arcana is intelligence, right? So an intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
You get the sense that Shio is not wrong. There is some truth to this godling. What it means is uncertain, but is. If you would humor me.
Sure.
One second. Hold on. I'm trying to work on this real quick. Boom. Do you see a secret audio channel?
Let me take a look. Secret. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else, I guess just talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to talk to Iz for a second. Iz, pop in. Oh, he's already there. Bye. All right.
Just leaves him in there.
Yeah, I was about to say he's gonna stay in here.
I'm curious to know what he finds out about what was gods?
Godlings, I think is what he was talking about on that one.
Okay.
I like to let the gesture present itself and then leave with laughter as a way to dispel curses, man. That's awesome.
Seems easier to make the fire and let it dwindle.
Yeah, I think you probably got to burn something sentimental or something. Like, I don't think it's just light a fire and let it dwindle. Just like with the gesture thing. It's probably got to be related in some way.
Fair enough.
just love that your character's so offended now, Shio. Because I mean, like, technically, I wasn't lying. So.
Oh, I know. Shio he has trust issues right now. Cal betrayed him.
Well, I said I'd sit by your bedside and let you do your little detox. So I'm right there with you, man. For room and board. My little living room feet. Maybe I'll take Kel's room now that he's gone.
Yeah, it's an open room.
I'll have to clean it thoroughly. Who
Tell me
knows what
I'm
crazy
doing.
stuff's been in there? Maybe I'll let you do it. You would find out more stuff. Maybe. Ooh, that could just be a whole treasure hunt for us, actually.
Yeah, we searched it, and we only found the
Oh.
mirror. But we could always find more if we were to like tear the room apart.
Very true. And I don't want that mirror. You can put that in your room.
It's an interesting mirror. I wonder if that vial of Kel's blood will come in handy.
You can use that to scry on people if anyone knows how to scry.
I don't.
Maybe we can
Also-
find somebody that knows how to scry and use that as a way to scry on him.
That could
Man,
work.
if Anivia was around, they know someone who can do that.
I'm sorry. Shio has trust issues, and he's really confused. He thought he
I
was
was
doing well on his quest.
Laughing at those book titles that. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, water is wet and fire is warm or whatever.
Yeah, that water is wet was like a book that a guy was reading, like in that campaign, because he wanted to learn everything about water. I was just dying that it now leaked over to this one.
But it's a great read.
Well, the guy ended up like losing the copy and ended up finding another copy. So there is at least 3 copies now in existence. So.
Oh, yeah, I should have asked this while Alex was here, but does anybody know if it is against the rules to use the banishment spell on students?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Damn.
You gotta get past your dream of banishing Lorraine.
No, man, that'd be hilarious.
Do it when she inevitably challenges us in second year for the championship title.
All right, I'll do it then.
That'll be hilarious. Send her to the plane of fire or something.
What
Don't
goes
make
to
it-
wherever she's from.
Oh. If you hold it for a full minute, she disappears there forever.
Yeah, I wonder if I would go to the Feywild or to my Dragon Daddy.
I think it's based on your race.
What up?
I've returned.
With secret information.
So, Anivia, you witness Lorraine walking out of the room, looking around, left, right, like she's crossing the street. Take a deep breath. There's nobody, as I thought. And she walks back in, all confident as such. As you see your entire group stumble into the biblioplex, as if they were just like after schoolers coming in after a drunk night and they didn't have anything to eat to absorb any of the alcohol. As such, they split up. 2 of them follow another as 2 of them lead, so to speak. You catch on to a little bit of the information, whatever it is you wish to dictate or feel justified to hold on to. But there's one person in which you lose contact of as you kind of trace the entire group from the rafters. Corinne. You approach the biblical studies of Lindra. And as you do, it feels like it's a little colder. It's a little dark. It's not so comforting. You find a book in your hands, and it's called the Histoire. Dark and behold, the witch who still holds. Do you open it?
I'm getting an eerie feeling. I think if I'm getting an eerie feeling and with my dad's warning in my ringing in my head, I'm probably not going to open this book.
Okay.
So I'll pass on that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be a little scared.
You know of its existence. So you know that there is a book in the biblioplex that does exist. That
Am I holding it?
you are currently holding it, but you have not opened it.
Okay. Can I bring it to Shio? Or just moving it kind of gives me a weird feeling just holding
You
it.
can move it to Shio if you want to pass it to him. Like you can totally hot potato. Yeah, you want to hot potato?
I'll hot potato. I'll say I don't feel comfortable opening and reading this book, but I think it might have some kind of answers for you.
Ah, nice, thanks. I have bad history with books too. Don't worry about it.
I just feel warnings ringing in my ears from my father. I'm just like, man, he'd fucking kill me if I just did something stupid right after he told me not to.
Yeah, he probably would be too happy with that.
So, do you open the book?
I walk away.
All right.
Back.
Shio, do you open the book?
Do I feel that same cold, ominous sensation?
Give me an
to it?
Arcana check. You don't feel a goddamn thing. You feel a book that has its fair weight, probably 300 pages.
I'll just hold on to it for the moment while I look for the other books as well.
You absolutely hold on to it, and as you look for the other books, you kind of wink it to the side, and it opens.
Well, now I'm
It goes to page 89.
What does it say on page 89? Like a title?
Oh, absolutely not. What languages do you speak, Shio?
Draconic, Common, and Celestial. But I could cast Translate Languages.
Halfway through your reading, you choose to cast such. As you do, you only pick up the parts afterwards because you're so focused on the reading and what's at hand. You don't know what language immediately because you're focused on understanding it. As you gather the truth and take their boon, you will achieve what has not come true. It is not a wish, but a fortune. Prophecies untrue. You are the one who will rise through.
I can't tell. So since I can't tell if the book is talking directly to me, I'll read the front half that I missed to try to
You
put
read the
context
front
to
half. It just, you're so focused on what you felt like was reaching to you that it's almost distracting. What you gather of it all is that there is a prophecy untold, but you do not know it.
Sounds like I'll need to talk to a prophet or an oracle.
With such, Anivia, a message pops into your head. Student, I am one of the Capitarians, a bot in which is in charge of the biblioplex. Please come down from the rafters and prevent your molting above. You imagine that one of the responding assistants, all those like automatrons that exist within the biblioplex to help students find books, has noticed you in the rafters and has requested you to not molt above, in which they assume you are nesting of sorts.
Okay, I mean, I'll start heading down, but I want to peek through the door really quick to see
Okay. Give me a
all
stealth check.
parties present.
Okay.
Stealth, you say?
Yep. Alright. So you know.
Oh shoot, I messed up. I just sleight
Oh,
of hand.
oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it would
Yep,
roll
that
the
is.
same, but I'm gonna roll it
It's
again.
not the same.
There we
Oh,
go.
even better. Okay, so you know that it's Dragmir, Lorraine, Malzahar, Xanther, and Jevanesh, and once again I'm missing it. Shivardi, the other Alkin, the chick. So Dragmir,
What was
Lorraine, Malzahar, Shivardi, Xanther, and Jevanesh.
is Xanther with an X?
It's Zanther.
Okay,
Like
I wasn't
Xanther.
sure if it was like the XZ sound.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Z, legit.
And Malzahar.
Yeah, the wood dude, the Groot.
Yeah. The real douche guy.
To some.
the con man.
Subtle type. Yeah. Real,
Yeah.
Rudy.
Alright, sounds good. And then I will, I guess.
Who would you arrive to, I guess, if there was two parties, Iz and Shio, each with their individual entourage?
I will appear behind Shio.
How do you do such, and how would you announce such?
I don't know if I would have to announce. I would just kind of like just appear and wait to see it turn around or something.
All right. Shio, you turn around. Whew, there is an idiot.
Jesus, when did you get here? Oh, my heart. Okay, I should be used to this by now. Oh, deep breaths.
Just, I'll explain. I heard there was a secret meeting. Make sure I didn't miss anything important.
We're looking for books on my family now.
That's what the secret meeting was about.
Yeah, I think they have something to do with all this mystery.
And you didn't want to include me in the meeting? Like, I could have helped probably if you would have just included me, yeah?
You seem to be hiding something from me, Anivia.
What am I hiding?
Not exactly sure. Some connection to a god, maybe?
I don't have connection with any gods. I've already said that.
Sure. We'll see. But for now, what do you want for
Shio,
dinner?
insight check. Anivia, passive deception.
12. I mean, but it's not deception either way. But yeah, I mean, it's a true statement.
Shio, he's telling the truth. You are bewildered.
Well, you seem to be telling the truth. So what do you want for dinner? I'm thinking nachos.
Can you make nachos with raw meat?
Yeah, we can set some aside for you to put some raw meat on. I was just gonna ground beef onto it, but you know, I can put some raw.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good enough.
I mean, Iz likes little crickets in his.
Need me to grab anything?
I don't know. I think we have all this stuff at home. We keep a lot of weird stuff in our cabinets.
That's true.
You see Horton's weightlifting powder? I'm pretty sure there's a weird baggie inside of it. Like, It looks like flour, but I don't think it's flour.
So don't make cookies with it.
Yeah, I saw Iz making some, and he like freaked out afterwards. I just dumped the cookies into the bin. He was acting like he had like a lot of coffee, espresso maybe.
Horton was a big fan of the what is it? What was it? Not Jolt Cola. What was it called? Shit. It was Fire Jolt Cafe, but it was what was he drinking?
The Fire Jolt, like literally the like. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was like called the Fire Jolt.
Is it? Yeah,
it was something along that line. It was along the line of the signature drink. It was the signature drink that was like a gold. Yeah. Super expensive. He was like downing on like crazy.
It's just caffeine high.
Also, I think some of your hamsters are in the walls. Iz heard them.
I think I took care of my hamsters to hopefully prevent any more invasion of our other spaces.
So, as such, as night comes, everyone give me a perception check in the middle of the night.
Wait, did I get my books?
You gathered your books, but the research will come.
Okay.
Not too shabby. Olivia, you sleep soundfully. Shio, there's a scratch along the wall, closer to Anivia's room. Presumably the truth in what you've heard. Seg, you swear to fucking God there's rodents on the walls. You kind of like savor the idea, but then you think that, God damn it, you know that the hamsters exist. You don't know that they're weird or anything, but you know that they're hamsters, and you're like, well, they're technically rodents, so I mean, realistically, it's the same fucking food group, but you got to be respectful. So you are where you are. You tell me, but Corinne, you wake up a couple times. You're not sure what it is, but there's a weird noise.
I'm in my
like
ring.
A couple thumps, yeah, like, but you hear
Anytime
like some weird echoes. Like there's like a check-in, you know, kind of like a update in your ring. There are weird thumps outside. Like it's not like anything serious, but it's more like a notification. It's just like a do. Just so you know, someone is present. You know, that kind of vibe. Yeah, that's where you guys all kind of sit. Is just absent, so I guess he doesn't. Did you want to roll?
I had to reload Foundry. It's not letting me back in.
We got a crashing lizard. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Boom. Kicked your ass. Reload. Or refresh the page and see if you can relog in now.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe it's logging in, but it just goes to a black screen.
Hmm.
Let me try
closing.
Closing.
You're logged in.
Yeah. Give me a sec. I'm gonna kill the browser.
Okay.
Don't kill Bowser. Someone's got to kidnap Princess Peach.
This time has come.
I mean, he has a lot of kidnapping charges against him, and he probably should be.
Don't do that to Jack Black, man. He don't deserve it.
Is that who's playing Bowser?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
Pretty
Really?
sure.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
My son's super excited. So what I did for Christmas is I bought the John Leguizamo Mario.
Oh,
I can't say his last name.
Yeah, John Leguizamo. Exactly how you said it. You said it right.
Leguizamo.
Exactly. Everyone says it right.
He is that generation's Bender Snitch Cumbermatch.
Nice. Okay.
Bender Snitch
Cumbermatch. I know. I heard
and
that
you know
too.
exactly who I was talking about.
Exactly.
Too,
yeah. I'm glad that he said it first.
There we go.
All right, we got something. Is back. But that's awesome nonetheless. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, you're with it. There's some weird shit, but everything's okay. you to kill. So not a lot of love into it. But if you're
Do you
following
guys
along,
ever feel a moment of bone-chilling terror as you look out into the night, and then just shrug it off? No, just me. Okay.
Perks of being a dragon.
So let's zoop. Fast forward. You guys go through whatever the fuck. If you guys wanted to do anything special, message me. I'll tell you yes or no. Otherwise, so remember when at the end of the sting operation, they kind of were like, "Yo, don't leave campus because we might need to talk to you."
We didn't leave campus.
I know, but remember when they told you, "Hey,
Did
we
they?
might need you later." Oh yeah, they totally did, but none of you guys ever listened, so I skipped right over it.
Oh, we're used to them
Accurate.
telling us not to leave campus, and then they send us off campus.
Yeah, exactly. So my point exactly. So nonetheless, a letter arrives at your door. That is, as
Oh,
such,
hey. Mail is
the
never
letter
good.
says. One second, I gotta flip my note page because I'm on the back and I already filled the front. So you guys are keeping me busy. Panel of disappointment by decree of the ECR. Council is suspended. The included staff will be present in such meeting. The champions are requested of presence. You are summoned today as soon as applicable to you as a group.
Oh no.
Hey, look, they called us champions, guys. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's a buttering up for the Suicide Squad, though.
Yeah, but we did
Yeah.
kind of show up the Professor Shadow asshole.
Which is why
Yeah.
we're going to be sent on another suicide mission.
Oh, but we can get kitted out. I mean, get some items, get some all kinds of stuff. They're gonna send us on a
Or be
mission.
fed to a right again. Make me crawl down dark holes with monsters, whatever's down there.
It's
Oh.
okay, Iz. I'm sure everything will be fine. Lindra won't let me get banished unless she does it.
Where did it want us to go?
Oh, it just kind of summoned you guys. Now that you brought it up, it summoned you to the faculty office, I guess would be the word.
Oh, that's not a good place to be.
Does anyone know what the ECR is?
The what? Oh, is it in the handbook? I started carrying that around somewhere.
Me too.
Did they have it abbreviated, but didn't even tell you what it was? This school has some low standards.
They have some special standards for sure. Isn't Shio, because you mentioned the handbook, give me a history check at advantage.
Yeah, I just carry this thing around now because apparently there's a lot of important info in it. Nice.
Wow.
Studying comes in handy. Y'all wouldn't fail as many times if you studied with me.
I'm going to give Shio the eye.
Shio, you know that it is ECR stands for Educational College Reviewees.
Ah, crap. I think we might be getting kicked out. Educational College Reviewees. Oh boy, let's get going. Might as well get it over with so we can have daylight to pack. Olivia, aren't you supposed to wear this belt?
It's been sitting at the piano.
It's very shiny. Make
It's
sure
on
to
my person.
Very clean.
I think he just put it there as it's a group item.
Yeah, did you technically take it, Anivia?
Yeah, it's on my person.
Are you attuned to it?
Yeah.
Oh, well then Anivia is more
Puffy.
clouded, more clouted, like the actual CLOIT, clouted via feathering in a sense of growth than normal.
Roll the D100, see if you grow a bird beard.
Let's see. Is there a burger?
Follos was so upset that he couldn't get one.
Like the weight is there, and I mean technically, what it's low he does, right?
I mean, it's however you want to say it. I mean, it says 50% chance. So
50% on the low. That means you for sure achieve. I would assume. Yeah. Anivia probably just bursts out like you need a molt so bad, Anivia, that you're probably an extra 10 pounds.
Wait, are you fluffier than normal?
Are you stressed, Anivia? Were the nachos bad? I thought the nachos were good. But then again, raw meat will do that to you.
I mean, my secretary can give you pointers on how to take care of feathers.
Yeah, the little spy. I do like that double eye finger thing to it.
She takes very good notes. It's her job.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be confidential.
It's confidential to us.
Yeah, well, I'm not using her as my therapist anymore.
She's very good at these sort of things. All about the natural order of things.
You told everyone I was adopted.
I didn't know that.
See what you did, secretary? Spilling my secrets all over the place.
Nivea definitely does that.
So I worry about you, Shio.
You should be. I'm cursed. I have the eye of a not so benevolent god.
What's that? I should up her as medication? Okay.
You've been drugging me. No wonder I fall down in battle so many times.
Nivea's learning like so much.
Is that why I'm so regular?
Don't worry. My performance enhancing drugs won't let you down in the future.
You find yourselves none other than brought to imagine like a town hall, kind of like a civil building where you check in, you pass through some not so security, and you're presented right outside of a hall, like behind these big, thick, probably not even a foot, maybe like 10 inches thick, which is pretty thick when you think about it at the end of the day. 10 inches wooden thick double doors. Everyone give me a perception check as you sit outside waiting, wondering, pondering what's happening inside the room. Okay, got a median going. It's consistent, sort of. We got one. Okay. Did we lose him? Everyone call it to is. Let's see if we can summon the guy back.
Oh no, he took my pills.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I see a mouse cursor moving way off to the side of the screen. So they lost control of the person. Nope. Everyone else is moving. Whoa. Wheezy is. I see is. He's over here. He's saying, I'm over here. Whoever can ping him gets a D20. Nobody's pinging. Oh, we got a pinger. Nope. He's no. Where the fuck were you pinging? Okay, now you guys are pinging.
I was pinging Iz.
That was a
Yeah,
question.
yeah, Iz's
He was
character
way the
things
fuck
were there.
over here earlier.
Iz.
His cursor, but you guys were pinging him, not the cursor. But now you caught him. So Iz, what the fuck? Where's this roll? You're moving your cursor.
Roll perception.
Yeah, like he's over here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. What's up?
How the fuck
How
are
is
you
your
moving this
cursor
whole time?
moving if you're
Like,
not
what the
here?
fuck?
No,
Like,
my headset died.
oh,
Had to plug it in.
So he was just leaning us on. What a dick. Right?
So what did I miss?
Perception check.
Oh, okay. I see everyone pinging me, and I'm like, the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I've been gone for not even 10 seconds. Come on.
That shit felt like 2 minutes, but yeah. All right. Damn, there it is. 21. That's the offset. Okay, so over. So the entire group. You walk in and you hear inside of this particular room. None of you guys know what it looks like inside, but y'all feel like this is what it's going to be when you walk inside, okay? Like, this is just the vibe. You hear Ambrose, Lizette, the Dino Order, Augusta, and two other voices you're not familiar with. No. You hear Ambrose, this is not okay. We should not allow these students to then become a part of this passion that has been non-fruitful from the start. You hear Augusta, no. I assure you, if they understand the fact that they are going to be involved, they seem to emphasize the word, then perhaps they'll be more willing to cooperate in more understanding manners. I get a sense that they're not all so intolerable. You then hear Lizette's voice. No. I don't think that's the same way. I actually think that perhaps some of them we could do without, but I do enjoy about half of them because of the unique abilities and skill sets. You then hear two unique voices. The first is a male's. Mm-hmm. I don't really think that any of them have any potential standards. My students have outshine them every sense of the way, but lack of real combat theory presents that they're not worthy. I think not. Then you hear a female voice. Perhaps there's not really such a thing. It's more mathematical. Imagine 2 plus 2 does not equal 4, but equals 8 in this realm in which we theorize. What is it in which this speaks? We must really break it down, the quantrical essence of what might be, particularly as this speaks out to you. You guys all hear this from behind this massive 10-inch thick wooden door, double door. You are all waiting to be called upon. What do you all do outside?
Do we need to make a plan to escape?
I don't think it sounds like they're talking about actually telling us what's going on.
Well, if they change their mind,
Didn't they say they want to get rid of some of us?
yeah.
Yeah, well,
They
we
said
know
they couldn't
Ambrose
tolerate-
is very very gung ho and doesn't think about things very well. So I just don't have a high opinion of him.
Corin, can you open a gate so we can escape the plane?
Oh, I don't. It doesn't get that big, unfortunately. I can only talk through it.
Oh.
Well,
Yes.
let's look for windows in there. to
Yeah, but
escape.
if there's any windows, yeah, we can jump out of them bitches.
I don't think we can get away with that. I mean, we gotta escape the plane. We're in a school of magic.
Yeah, planar travel's probably locked anyway.
Oh.
Probably why I appeared outside the school instead of inside of it.
Well, I guess we're doomed then.
Well, might as well go greet our fate.
Yeah. So if they attack us, who should we go after first?
Well, the shadow guy seems pretty easy to take down, so probably him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay, so we got our target priority.
But
But
I
if-
think we should emphasize that we made the operation a success and kept the teachers from dying.
Yeah,
I like your
skills.
optimism. We'll leave
Well-
that up to Shio and you. I'll sit in the back.
all right.
You guys hear, well, an unknown voice. Well, perhaps we shall just invite them in. And you hear the doors. The doors open, and before you is a booth in which all of you can walk into, like a juror booth of sorts, amongst where you see a octagon-like table with 12 edges and enough seats. Anivia, you cannot move. Neither can you, Shio. You guys are locked in such. You guys are behind such jury boothing, and you see upon the group. You
Just so you
see
know-
the Dean of Order, Ambrose, Lizette, a gnome of unknown samurai-like gestures, in a
Unknown samurai.
female individual that has this more origami-like angular sense to them that appeals to Iz's particular taste. And you hear another voice in the shadows. For some reason, none of you can see it, even with your dark vision. It's blackened. You hear a male, deep-rooted alkin of nature, due to the sense that all of you have heard enough of it. We will interrogate you all. Hoot. Hoot.
We plead
And
It's like
that
a
is
grown-up Anivia.
where
What did I
we end
recognize
this
his voice?
session. Absolutely not.
Really?
Cut scene, end scene. Yeah, I know. I surprisingly really original character, non-existent. There is someone you will, but it's not that one. That is where we will pause today.
I just know he's in the missing school.
He is some hooting motherfucker coming at you hot. And I will even drop an image here. Okay. I'll show you how he looks like. Y'all see that?
He looks like the owl from Justice League for sure, 100%.
Yeah, it's straight up justice. That's all he brings.
It's like
Leader of
It's
the
like a-
Dragon Guard, maybe.
like a wannabe Anivia.
He's not impressive for sure, but nonetheless, that's where we stand. So,
Doesn't even have hands.
I want to see Anivia 1v1 him.
oh, he does. They're tucked under. You just can't see them.
Let
I
it
knew you were gonna say
begin.
some shit.
Finger guns coming out.
I always
Do you
knew
even
our
have that?
murderizing
Do you
was
even have
gonna.
that loaded yet?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I have been slacking. I'll bring it back as a work in progress for Christmas.
I always knew our murderizing would land us in court someday.
Yep, absolutely. You guys are
I
just a trouble
plead
bunch.
not guilty for the group.
Y'all joined
Amongst the
a
council.
Plead, I saved motherfucker.
long line of murdering.
And then he banned me, tried to poison me. This motherfucker.
Oh, we're guilty, but they need us.
Ooh, fairy.
Oh, is that Rosie?
Is that
No.
Rosie's mom? Is it for Parents Weekend? Are my
It is
parents
it.
gonna finally drop whatever they're doing to actually visit me?
It is a surprise
you
event
have
coming into
parents.
next session.
Sounds
Tough.
like he's
I
finally
love
figured out-
the Southern Dragon. I appreciate you.
You know,
found out how
I
to
prepared.
he's found out how to get rid of all our characters in one fail swoop.
You know,
Expulsion.
it was a key moment. I was like, they did it. Checkmate. No, didn't even make it a second year. No, absolutely not. The educational college reviewees will actually be discussing with you guys next week. A sneak peek. You will all be interrogated, so prepare for anything. Honestly, prepare for anything. I will literally be putting each of you in an interrogation booth and coming at you hot. I will be coming at you with key facts. I will coming at you with personal facts. I will be coming at you with group facts. I will be coming at you with everything you think is not possible. Be ready, because whatever you say is going to be held against you and recorded by law.
Now,
So-
are these all individual interrogations?
Potentially, we don't know.
They
At
could
the
just do what
moment-
they did with our
At the moment, you guys have been brought in, and you've only seen one unique individual, or three technically, but you know two of them to be professors and the other to be a absolute outsider. This hoot particular, but we will see where it leads you all at the end. So prepare. That's all I can say.
Done.